And we're live.
One.
Welcome in, everybody.
One.
Dark Mockery, Ghost Hunter, Kriegs, Crow, Zamian. Oh, that's shiny. Mr. Shiny. Very shiny.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, very shiny. Hey, it's
Look
a giveaway
at the
day.
way this shine moves.
With the light, you can see the light in there. You can see the two lights.
Yeah, see,
On the
one
side.
light, two light, three lights.
What in the true metallic metal? Says Ghost Hunter. That's pretty bright. And that's saying something. Well, I said that, so it is technically saying something.
Hello, everybody.
How we all doing? How are we all?
How are we all?
Yes, how are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today, Christopher?
I'm doing great. It is a giveaway day.
Is it?
It is a giveaway day.
What are we giving away?
We're giving away something at around 3:45 because everybody was like, "Oh, they're probably going to have a giveaway day tomorrow." And we pulled it on you. Ghost Hunter says, "Is this the new aluminum metallic?"
Yeah.
Yay, we exist. That's true. Yes, Ghost Hunter, you are. Is today the day for what? If you're talking about for a giveaway, yes, technically it is a giveaway day. Oh, you are on, Gabe. Gabe is off screen. You guys can't
Hello.
hear him. So
Jason, that looks incredible.
Right?
a little
said
bit
it
of
was dark blue,
Payne's
black?
gray
Or
wash.
dark
No, this is
What
dark
is that?
blue, black one step.
Oh, I missed it. That looks cool.
blue, black, dark green, blue.
And look at the metallic sheen we still have
That's crazy.
with
Yeah.
that heavy application of paint, too. And nuts.
It is
Look
nuts.
at that, where we started.
Oh my gosh.
Model's looking great. I'm currently working in a second Black Templar. Okay.
How bright
Johnny?
that is.
Fat Dan plays. Thank you for that sub. Welcome in, everybody. If you're not familiar with how our giveaways work, let me inform you. Right here. Hit that link that just showed up in the chat, and that will take you directly to our giveaway machine. So you can input all your beautiful information here over any platform. Go to that link. Follow all the information. Make yourself known. Ted Onion says, would you get good results from mixing metallic medium in a one-step? Yes. We've done that before.
Yep. For sure.
Oh, the Painted Stash. This is a great question. Howdy, y'all. Hope you're all well.
Hello.
Quick question. Could you give me a small rundown on how to use transparent paints? Great question. We get that question often.
We have a couple of really good videos on the transparents that
We
Chris will
do.
shove out there to you. I would suggest watching those.
Jordan does a great one.
Yeah, but the transparents just in general think of them as regular old paints that will give you the ability to have better control over transparency, hence the name, so that you can turn them into filters much easier, washes, glazes, all that kind of stuff. They are all single pigment except for the brown.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And they let you be able to thin the crud out of them
Yeah.
to use them however you like. So that's a lot to take in. But the biggest takeaway is that they are really just paint, right? Normal paint. They go on the model the way you intend the paint to go on the model. Stay where you put it.
Yeah.
After every brush stroke, they don't act like a wash or anything special right out of the bottle. They're just a paint. So they are very high saturation paint that allows you to do all sorts of really cool stuff with very little effort once you start getting into the world of wanting to glaze and layer in new ways. So use them like paint. Mix them with other paints. There's nothing magical about them other than, you know, how intense they are and how great the pigment is in them. So I think the biggest thing that I teach people with the transparents is to stop acting like they're something different.
Something crazy.
Yeah, they're not. They're just paints with a lower opacity straight out of the bottle. That's it. And once you wrap your head around it like that, it typically starts to make a whole lot more sense on how you can use them to do some really, really cool things in your techniques and processes. Because there's a lot of times where you want, you know, a color to not be quite as intense as it comes out of the bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a very amazing tool once you get the hang of them. And they're not that complicated either, which is cool. Bacon, welcome in. Gilborn, look at that. We've got that one, Bobby, for 8 months, and Gilborn for 6. Gilborn says, howdy, nerds. Any tips for making crystals seem crystally? In particular, I'm painting a large diamond.
Well, you know, shining all of the facets and doing the thing is the way to do it, right? You've got to be able to place that brightness on each facet.
That's very shiny.
And then not be afraid to over darken other ones. So some of your facets away from your light will be dark with then a just a outline of brightness. While other ones might be entirely your light color, you know, where you're highlighting the entire surface.
What's going on, Avian? Transparent grandparents seem like a contrast paints before better one step was created.
No, they're a totally different thing. Don't even think of them that way. They don't act any different than normal paint. That's why I say that. A lot of people want to say that, are the transparents washes? No, they're just paint. They're just exactly what the name says. They are transparent paint. They don't flow any different. They don't have a different medium in them. They're exactly like the regular Pro-Acryl paints. They are just more transparent right out of the bottle, which gives you a ton of flexibility on how you want to use them. You know, we do the same thing as painters in the hobby with metallic paints. We think they're something special. They're special in the way they look necessary, but they're not special in the way you have to apply them. Metallic paints are just paints with metal flake in them, or mica flake. Cool. Right? And so when you're painting with them, you don't treat them any different. You thin them the same way. You can airbrush them the same way. They might work a little bit different because of the extra solid inclusion in them from the mica flake, but they're not anything truly different.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, so
look at that.
Bacon, we were just saying that we wouldn't recommend mixing inks with transparents, right, Jason? We would just recommend mixing transparents with transparents.
No, the transparents take the place of inks.
Right.
So the whole idea with the transparent line was that I don't like using inks because inks give you that saturation, but inks are not built with a resin that's good enough to hold on a model. So you have to varnish over them. If you re-wet them, they tend to move and loosen up and stain in weird ways. A lot of inks have a weird yellowy sheen to them because they're meant to go on porous surfaces. The inks are not really made to paint on things like plastic and metal and things. Can you use them? Sure. You do all sorts of crazy artistic things with all sorts of mediums that weren't meant for the substrate you're painting on. But inks work great and provide a really good solution. Transparent paints are true acrylic resin paints, not inks, that give you the intensity and the ability of inks without having to sacrifice the adhesion and all the other things that inks have a problem with.
Yes, Bacon, no worries at all. We get that question a lot. That's kind of the whole reason we explain transparent. So no apologies needed.
Yeah, no.
Will says also, how do I keep the model transparent and primer it so the paint will stick?
How do you keep the
Willow, I think I need you
matte
to...
varnish.
Yeah, you could do matte varnish. I have some Spirit miniatures I'm thinking of using unpainted because they're transparent plastic. Oh, yes.
Matte varnish
Yes.
will it'll make them appear cloudy at first, so you won't be able to see through them. They won't be crystal clear anymore. But then you can put paint over the top of it, and then they retain that ability for light to transmit through them, but be colored. It's a way you can paint like stained glass if you have models that have like stained glass, like Sisters of Battle, things like that.
And it works great.
We're just gonna play with this. We're just gonna start painting with these colors.
And then let's see. Ghost Hunter says, "Why blue? But why the blue on the blue though?"
Well, am I done?
Oh, Ghost Hunter, there you go.
Am I done? Asking for a friend. Am I done?
Are you done, Jason? I don't think so. Yeah, that's the whole model right there. I zoomed out a little bit so you guys could see it, but that's where he's at with that. Somebody was asking that earlier, but so.
Yeah, I want to give it a base of kind of a dirty steel first, and then we'll do like rusts and other tones over it. But the silver by itself is just like blatantly silver, right? So, I can leave it with just the silver if I want. But my idea here is that, why don't we go ahead and make the steel a little bit darker, because I don't have a dark silver to play with right now. But I wanted to give these a run for their money on a model where I really, really push the ability to do some cool things with the true metallic here.
Somebody was asking
and show you one
this.
step, because the one step set 2 comes out tomorrow.
That's right.
And being able to use one step over the top of metallics is one of the things that really makes it come alive. And these metallics especially.
Acneth Artistry, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome.
We got a giveaway day today. We're having some fun.
Hello, everybody.
And you thought the giveaway might have been tomorrow. Bacon, we actually work with Zaba Art. Lucas is awesome.
One of the judges and participant shareholders, I guess you would say, stakeholders in the MAA.
Yep. Sigavax. Hope you're doing well, my man.
Lucas is fantastic. Love Lucas and Jan. Every time I go over to Europe, I hope that they're going to be wherever I am so we can go and hang out. At Contrast, I got to hang out with them a lot.
Swifter Bear says, on the subject of matte varnish, how can you not lose vibrancy when using it? I notice it bad on spray varnish. Vibrancy.
You can't.
Keep it.
You can't, because you're taking away the shine of your paint. So it will always chew up some of your vibrancy. Or saturation. It will desaturate your colors. There's no way around it. Well, that's what matteness does, is it takes away the reflection, and the reflection is part of what's giving you the like the final look of your paint, right? So, it's why when you look at a gloss black car, it's way more shiny and intense than a matte black car. They could be the exact same black, but that matte finish takes away the shine, and the shine is part of what is referred to as saturation or vibrancy or whatever term we're trying to use, because it gives punch to the color, makes it look, whether it's new and shiny or, just more red.
Shiny.
As you matte it down, you're starting to see the color for itself.
Yeah.
And not for any sheen or glossiness. And that's not always going to look, like your finished model if you put a matte varnish on it. So, that's why I don't matte varnish all of my models.
Right.
A matte varnish is a paint. And so if I've painted a bunch of layers on my model, they're already protected by the paint that's on there. Yeah. So I won't matte varnish everything. But I also like a more desaturated tone to my models. So for me, matte varnish tends to blend everything together and make it look really good, because it also allows all the work you've done on your model to show through. If you have any glossiness, shine on the paint or whatever, that will hide your brush strokes, and you won't see the model for all the effort you put into it sometimes. I like matte, because it shows all of my textures. If everything were as shiny as this metal I'm putting on right now, then you wouldn't see the specific textures you did with your brush strokes and things like that. So I love matte varnish for exactly the reason you're talking about. It makes all of my blends and everything come to life.
Matte varnish is the best. Now here, okay, Mo. Mo says Monument Hobbies. So you're not doing the giveaway tomorrow because Chat and Jason knew you were going to do it on the 12th. So you did it today to screw with us, I think.
No.
No.
We'd always internally we'd always talked about it being today.
Well, we also the reason for that is we want to make sure the giveaway gets out before the storm because tomorrow's a huge shipping day for us.
We try not to do giveaways on the date of release anymore if we can avoid it because our fulfillment team gets inundated, and to try to sneak things underneath them. We have a new automated shipping system.
Yeah.
And it doesn't allow us the manual ability to just go in and say, hey, I'm going to sneak this in and piss everybody off.
Right.
So we're trying to play by the rules.
But hey, you know what, Mo? You know what that was? That was a great segue.
Oh, no.
Clinky, blunky, slinky. There you go.
How dare you, Mo.
Hit that link right there. If you're not familiar with how our giveaways work, you can be on any platform, and I've been copying and pasting the link over here too. Any platform, go to that link, sign up, make sure you follow all the instructions, and you have to be present and following on your platform of choice to win. But that's all you have to do, and you have to be present. And we typically give you a 5-minute warning around 3:45.
The poop warning.
The poop warning. And then we give you a poll around 3:50. We start polling.
That just looks like a piece of pewter.
That's what we were talking about earlier. It looks like a metal part of the model, which is cool. So anyway, that's how it is. Hit that link, and we'll do a giveaway.
Dumb. Can you imagine just leaving it like this?
There could be some cool use cases. Like, I'm seeing you could do your whole Necron army and then just load them up with petroleum brown wash and just have them be done. But yes, what varnish do you recommend for sealing up your finished miniatures? Willow D, we actually make our own products here. If you're not familiar, we're Monument Hobbies. We are the makers of Pro Acryl. We have an amazing matte varnish.
Both in spray and airbrush.
Airbrush and spray. And,
for protective coating, your spray cans are always going to be the better bet.
And it's
because they use heavier solvents and are usually able to have stronger resins in them, and as opposed to water-based products, because water-based products, it's all about the amount of heat that's generated at curing.
Yeah.
And the other solvents, more volatile solvents, will generate more heat as they evaporate and be able to cure stronger resins.
217 on our end. We just started.
Water just can't. So water-based varnishes won't be as strong.
Great way to protect your minis. That's for dang sure. I use it on everything because I just like how it brings the whole model together.
It does, yeah. Well, it shows all your work. It shows all your brush work. It doesn't actually do any blending or anything like that, but it shows all the blending you've done.
Yeah.
So if you've done airbrushing and things like that, a matte varnish really makes it look better, assuming that you've done a good job. It can make your blends look worse if you were relying on the shine to not show your inconsistent brush marks, because glossy paints help hide mistakes.
How bright that is, man. That's so bright.
That's just the rule. Yeah, this is silly, isn't it?
Yeah. Our Jimmy Crimmins says, are any of the one-step paints actually new colors or current colors with the new medium?
Okay, what are you saying? Are they new, or are they all redone colors? No, there's a bunch of new ones. In set 1, half the colors were brand new. In set 2, hang on a second, I'll tell you. In set 2, there's 1, 2...
there's actually a huge amount.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new colors.
So we've got scarlet red as a new color.
Olive yellow, bronze yellow are new colors. Deep blue is a new color.
Yeah, deep blue. I think those are the major ones.
Technically, deep blue
bright slate gray.
Yeah, bright slate gray. Deep blue is technically expert acrylic color.
Non-metallic meatballs. If you do 100 layers of varnish, please report back. Willow of D, what colors do you recommend for drow skin? What color drow you thinking? Drow skin. I go to. Is that blue? That's the first thing that goes to mind.
I always think about dark blues, purples, grays.
Oh my
You know,
gosh,
like
this
dark
one.
gray blue.
This troll. This is
Yeah, this
great.
troll could be drow skin, although it's not quite dark enough. It's more brighter blue, but you know, you could do something like this. What's what?
Jose just got here.
Oh. Who let that guy in?
He put something on.
My desk?
Yeah.
What? Did he bring the Dookie gold chain?
Oh, it might be the Dookie gold chain. Actually, that's exactly what that is.
We have some costume jewelry coming in for a commercial we're about to shoot, chat.
Yes, we are.
We had some really good commercial ideas yesterday in our marketing meeting. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, but for all of you who are just now tuning in, welcome in.
Welcome.
We're so glad you're here.
so glad.
But where have you been?
Where have you been?
Hit this link.
Hit
It is
that
a giveaway
link.
day. I'm going to tell
It's a
you.
giveaway
Here's
day.
my little pitch for giveaways. Hit the link. Follow the instructions. Win-win. Fun. There it is.
I am going to say it all stream long. We are going to get the winner in one.
Yes,
Today.
there's that positivity. I want everybody to manifest that, and I don't want any negative Nancys being like, no, it's going to take forever. Hey,
That's usually you.
no, me? No, I'm very positive. We're both very positive. There are people who are like, why are you doing it this way? Hey, we're giving you free stuff. Okay? What else you want, world?
That's a very Jen answer.
get my free stuff fast enough.
That's a very Jen answer. Jen's like, wait a minute, are you yelling about free things?
Yeah. I'm channeling my inner Jen. Wait a minute. Are you complaining about free stuff? Wait a minute, I don't get that. Complaining and free stuff doesn't make sense in the same sentence. Baldman says, what are the new metallics, Chris? Give me the spiel. Baldman, I'll give you the spiel, and it's a knuckle sandwich.
What? Why are you so mean? You said you were always positive.
I am positive, but not to well-haired man.
Well-haired man. Bald man, how did you become well? You should, Bald man, you need to change your name for a day
Well-haired
to well-haired man.
So, the new metallics are the one he's using now. It's a new formula that's coming out in the future. So Jason is doing some testy test on them. So that's what you're seeing here, and they're very bright. You can almost see my lighting set up through the gauntlet there when he moves it around. Shailene, yes, exactly. When? Who knows? TBD.
When what?
When these metallics will come out.
Probably Q1 next year. This might be an Adepticon style release. We will be thinking about that internally as we get all of the colors situated and production figured out and all that. Right now, they're performing very well. I've approved the ordering of all the raw material for the Metal Flake, which is a new Metal Flake. So, as you can see, they are spectacular. Just look at the shine on that thing.
Ooh.
Right? This is one coat of this over black.
Mo's like, that's a really long time to wait. You will wait. You guys are getting so much this year.
I say we've gone
We
from
have so many paints that came out this year. By the end of the year, it's ridiculous, actually.
36 colors.
And
In a
pigment
year.
powders.
Yep. And
Like
and
weathering
expert and
pigments?
some expert acrylics.
Expert acrylic set 2.
It's been such a big year.
Framables.
Yeah.
What else do you want, world?
Don't ask that question. You're not going to like the answer.
More free stuff, Chris.
I want what Jason's using right now.
Well, actually, I haven't won a giveaway, so I haven't gotten anything, says little Billy. Well, you can keep trying.
That's awesome.
Little Billy,
What?
I love how he just said you can keep trying, although he knows he's removed your name from the records.
Hit that link right there. That'll take you to the giveaway. Oh, just open Pandora's Box by asking AJ, what is it? Oh, yes, I know. I'm just saying that is true. When you give a mouse a cookie is chat in my mind. You ever hear that tale?
I haven't. I've heard if you give a moose a muffin, though.
Well, it's the same thing. Or if you give a pig a pancake, it's all the same.
What are you talking about?
So there's a book out called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Uh-huh.
And it starts with, if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk.
Okay.
If you give him a glass of milk, he's going to want a napkin to wipe his face.
Mm-hmm.
And it like steamrolls from there. And then at the end of it, he owns a house or something.
What?
Or asks for a house. I don't know. That's the moral of the story.
How do you get there from here? Like,
know.
are you saying you never give anybody anything?
No.
What's the moral?
It's just like the moral of the story. There is a moral of it. Let me look.
I feel like I'm
up.
not getting the whole story here because
What was the moral of give a mouse a cookie? Let's see what Google has to say. Doesn't have a strict moral. Oh, great. My whole childhood is ruined. It's a playful, circular story that teaches children about cause and effect, showing how one small action leads to an endless chain of predictable reactions. Okay, there you go, chat. You're giving mouse a cookie.
So don't share your cookies? Is that the moral? Like, what
I
are
said-
kids learning from
I
this?
think
It sounds
so.
horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
This is too bright.
You can't say that. You're making it.
It's so dumb.
It is pretty bright, but that's the whole point.
Yeah.
We're going to have the brightest metallics.
But look how good it still looks
on
with
the
a
market.
full coat of non-diluted one step over the top, and you still get that much shine out of it.
That's pretty cool.
And that's silly.
Now, will
Snowblink,
there
you-
be a darker version of this?
Oh yeah, we're having all the colors.
I see.
This is silver.
No
Okay.
pre-pub for Google.
You're doing it in silver so that you can have really high intensity to then use one step over.
Think of it like pre-highlighting a model the way we do, and over accentuating it because you know you're going to put a filter over the top.
Yeah.
That's why I chose to do this. That and the fact that I don't have dark silver made yet. Otherwise, I would have used dark silver.
the
Not
truth
lying, I would have
revealed.
used another color had I had it, but this is actually working out very well.
Rucket says, how bright is the gold? Can I pass plastic off as real gold at the pawn shop?
100%. If you go to a really dumb pawn shop.
Yeah, seriously. The danger of the product is someone could cover an entire plastic model and selling it as metal.
We talked about that today. We were like, we should paint a whole model.
This is just pewter model.
And just look at it. It's like, hey, look at these new metal models we're making. Because it does. I mean, you look at this, and it looks like a pewter piece. Yeah, yesterday we
Great.
built
One conquer. I'll
we
get
built
to
the Grimkin house, right, for the Grimkin army. And I have the old original Grimkin, like when they actually cast the resin, not 3D print. So I have that one, and couple of the pieces in it are metal. I hand it to Chris, and he goes, "Oh, it has metal parts." And you hand it to him today, and it's like, "Oh, it has metal parts."
Yeah,
because it really
yeah.
does look like that same thing when you look at the amount of shine. And you can imagine, I would never suggest just painting it this way and leaving it because it's a little too flat looking. You need to shade it and give it some life, like we're doing here with the one step. But I mean, you can make some really great looking stuff.
AJ, our signature set from Flame On, that was the whole premise of non-metallic metal gold. That's a great set for that. You were asking if there's a non-metallic set or thing similar, and that was the whole premise of his painting style.
Yeah, for non-metallic gold in a cool tone. Because he uses a lot of green browns. That's where dark green brown comes from. The dark orange brown, right?
Flapjack, 25 months. Is something going on today? Yes, Flapjack. And you want to know what it is? It's a giveaway. That was the link going very fast into the chat. Boop. Hit that link right there. On any platform you're on, all you crazy mixed up kids and your beautiful attendants, hit that link. Sign up. Get free stuff. God bless America. There you go. We are giving a mouse a cookie today. Let's see. Conquer says, can you explain why you used one step on the metal? Great question.
Well, because I want it to be dark and beat up. I don't want it to be this bright, shiny, platinum, brand new metal. But surviving a wash as a metallic, you still need to have a lot of vibrancy and punch behind it, so that when you put a filter over the top that's dark, like the dark blue black that I put on there, or if I decide to do rust on it, that I still get a little bit of shine, right? And the one step allows you to do that. The one step, I can thin it down and put it over metallic if I just want a little hint of color, or I can do like I'm doing here and put a metallic on it that is just like full volume metallic. and then I can put the dark blue black over it and still get a good amount of shine through. See, like look at those edges and look at the way it's still shining on the shoulder plate. That now starts to look like what I want my models to look like when I paint things metal.
Double T, that is a fantastic idea, and I will be doing this.
What's that?
Double T says, sounds like Chris needs to print a resin, the ring, and work it with the new gold. Oh, I could totally do that. Paint up the ring with the new gold would be dope.
What ring?
The ring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one ring. The one ring to rule them all.
And then I could do it in like a little...
Oh, like that Amazon show?
Like that. I could do it in the...
Yikes.
Like a resin water
I watched
thing.
one of the episodes of that Amazon show, and they talked about a ring, one ring to rule them all. Is that what you're talking about?
That's right.
Okay.
Forging the fires of Mount Doom.
They can't hear you very well.
Well, you can't hear me very well.
That's actually true. So I said that. For all of you who are not aware of what's going on today, please hit that link in any chat you're in. We typically poll a winner, and there's going to be one winner today, and we're going to be very much channeling our positive energy. Isn't that right, Jose?
He's not over there.
What's he doing?
They're picking up some furniture.
Oh, I take it back. Anyway. Whoa, Lapton Live, here we go. Yesterday you showed us how you add colors to your black to make them more interesting. How would you pick which hue you want in a black to go along with gold non-metallic metal with orange, yellow, ochre, brown tones as a secondary color in the scheme? I'm trying to tackle a cool Custodes Shadow Keeper scheme. If that helps a bit, thank you so much for the streams and help you give us.
Hey, thank you. So if you've got gold that is very warm and you want to offset it, you can go two directions, right? You can have a warm undertone to the black and keep that overall color temperature feel on the model. So, you could use something like, heck, you could even use like burnt sienna under black. It might look a little too much like rust. But I typically would want to use like a dark purple or Payne's gray, something in the blue or purple range. And I know I sound like a broken record because I say it all the time, but I really want everybody to understand how important blues and purples are to your painting when you're doing things like undertones for chromatic blacks, regardless of what they're going up against, because having a cool tone black up against a warm tone gold can be really awesome. When I do, like this guy's a good example, right? Because we've done warm tones underneath the Payne's gray, but the black is based on Payne's gray.
Yeah.
So, and then it just has a black filter over the top. And I can't remember if I use black wash or transparent black, but it has a black filter over the top, and it's done with Payne's gray, but it offsets very well when doing like the gold, and the golds are done with like dark golden brown kind of gold. So they're not exactly super warm. They're not done with oranges and rusty colors, but they're still warm golds. And so you can have the cool tone of the kind of gray bluish black, and then the gold stands on it really nice and gives you a really good contrast between those colors that makes you have to work less hard to get the discrepancy between them, or the distinguishing features between them to show. So I really like cooler tones in black, especially when going with lots of gold. I know this isn't anywhere near the kind of gold that you're painting, but it still holds true. So, I don't have a great example because I don't even have a whole lot that's just black and gold. But, you can look at the way that I did the non-metallic kind of black trim on my Imperial Fist, right? And the same way that I did the chain with a little bit of blue to it to get the non-metallic silver up against a golden armor that is a lot warmer feeling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that cool tone on the black helps a lot. It just gives you a balance of color temperature on the model that makes things feel really, really neat, as opposed to keeping everything warm and so on and so forth. The same reason why we pick colors to, not have everything that's on a red model like my Blood Angels, starting them with Payne's gray and dark plum, as opposed to just all reds, cools off the shadows and helps balance the heat of an all red model. It's also why I did all my gold from green rather than from orange, so the gold provides me with a contrast because it's all warmth on this, except for the blue on the lightning claws. Right.
Let's go. Heavy Sleeper says, howdy, Jason.
Howdy.
Started to paint up some Storecast. I'm thinking of a green/jade scheme. What would you recommend for that? I have a base set plus Vince's. Thank you.
Well, you have jade.
Oh, jade.
So Stormcast in green and jade. I think that you've got Vince's set, which has dark jade, and then you've got jade from the main set, the base set, right?
Yeah.
So you've got two great colors there. You've also got Payne's Gray from Vince's set. So you could start with Payne's Gray, dark jade, jade, and that would be your armor. And then for the trim, I think that's where you have to start doing your thinking. Are you planning on using metallic paints for the trim?
Take it easy, AJ.
And just doing like a gold or copper or bronze or something, then you already have your solution, or even silver. But I think you have your jades all figured out already with that set. That's the perfect duo to have Vince's and the base set, because now you have all the jades you need and you're just off and running.
Alpaca. Anakin Skyhumper, not a fun paint super serious question, but have you all read Dungeon Crawler Carl yet? If yes, how do you like it? If not, you should read it.
I feel like people ask me this all the time.
We get this, well, Jason does. I have never read it. I'm not super interested in that kind of reading. Personally.
The whatever, lit RPG.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, and that's pretty much all the fantasy I read. I read I read a lot of nonfiction if I go towards that. But Jason did like it, but then you said you got bored with it.
Yeah, Unfortunately, by the time I discovered it, somebody in chat told me about it. Maybe it was Mo, I don't remember who. Somebody in chat told me about it, said I might really like it, and so I went and picked up the first one, listened to it, remember telling Jen, hey, this is a really good book, good recommendation from chat. And I got the second book and listened to the second book, and I was like, it's still okay. The character development's a little wonky. I don't think I think Dinnaman's finding his legs as he's writing. That's great. And then the third one came out, and I'm like, screw this cat. Worst character ever. And, of course, that's the thing everybody loves is Princess or whatever her name is. And I'm just tired of it. I'm like, what a shtick that has run its course. If the book would be a lot better if they killed the cat in, book 2.
Oh, no. Mo says, Jason is a cat hater.
They should have killed the cat in book 2. That's all I'm going to say. The cat's the worst character ever. The character development between the two of them and the focus they give to Donut, and the way that they treat Carl and stuff just stopped having any kind of interest to me. Him being like the sad sack beat up on me guy, it just loses interest to me. And I think the problem is that, that I recognized in it for me is that it has a lot of really good premise. It just gets bogged down on episode after episode of how horrible these aliens are that came and took over our planet for basically what Stephen King wrote in The Running Man. So it's like a new take on The Running Man that should have just been one book long. So there you go.
There it is.
That's his
hot take. On
unpopular hot take on Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Hey, you know what?
It was good until it wasn't.
It's okay to have opinions.
Yeah, we all have them. It doesn't mean it isn't a great book and that you shouldn't enjoy it. You should enjoy it. It was a book that I would tell everybody to go pick up and read, unlike The Three Body Problem.
You crazy kids and your dungeon Carls and your crawlers of Carling or whatever it's called.
Your dungeon Carls.
Your dungeon Carlies. How do I get a refund on all this paint, says Ted? If it's on the model, it's going to be a little tough. Bunyan's Cabbage, what's going on?
I should make a t-shirt. They should have killed the cat. That just has Dungeon Crawler Carl on it in his underwear. There's some really laugh out loud moments, and it has some really good buddy cop kind of interactions. So it really did keep me going. But I don't remember if it was I think it's book 4 that I'm on, and I just stopped about a quarter of the way through and never even looked back. I've been through 6 other books in the meantime, and never really felt like, as I go back through, and I'm like, what should I listen to today? Last night I was sitting here painting. I finished all the red on this guy's quills after stream and stuff. And as I was sitting here painting, I was like, I need to listen to a book. What book do I have? And of course, the continue listening section of my Audible has that in it. It's like, you should finish this book, you idiot. And I'm like, nope. And so I went back to listening to whatever the hell it is I'm listening to.
Will of D says, have you ever forgotten what kind of paint you had on your brush? You mean color-wise?
Like what color?
Yeah.
No? I mean, probably.
Maybe.
I have definitely gone over to the palette
color,
and gotten the wrong color
Yeah.
on my brush because I have like multiple colors out wet that I'm using, and I have gone over to the palette and put the wrong one on there. Thank goodness most of the time I recognize it before I actually hit the model with the color.
Yeah.
But not always. There's times where I come over here and I'm like, you'll hit this and it'll be black and be like, what in the...
What in the dungeon crawlins are you talking about?
Don't start that. Don't do that. Don't make that a thing.
Too late.
Dang it.
Solidified in writing. You know what is in writing, though, Jason?
I don't want to know.
Come on, man. You got this. Jason, what's in writing today? Can you please tell us what's happening today?
The apocalypse?
It's a giveaway. Hit that link right
wrong.
there.
Oh.
If you're not familiar with how our giveaways work, let me clue you in. Hit that link, follow the instructions, be here around 3:50. We pull a winner, you get free stuff. Good game, good night. There you go.
Is the answer Jesus?
Thank you, Rattlecan. That's what I'm saying. Great segue, Shailene. See? Oh my goodness. Hit that link over here in TikToks, the Facebooks.
Shailene, please stop egging him on.
Great. Hey, you know, I get it. I'm not for everybody. Can I, Ruckett says, can I write Miniature Painter Chris lit RPG, but the book is just constant beratement of comments from chat? Sure! I get 99% of the profit.
Only 99.
That's it.
That's a steal.
I can't take full credit.
That's a steal.
I don't know, Shailene. Whenever someone says segue out in real life, I can't help but say that was a good one. Little Billy says, where's your survey? I need more. What do you mean? My survey is live and public. If you were paying attention, Little Billy, you'd know.
Oh, little Billy.
Type it in our Discord. You can find it. And if you're talking about survey number 2, you cannot rush art. Isn't that right, Jason?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I will not be a party
when Jason finishes an
to
army,
continuing this conversation.
When Jason finishes an army, I will finish the next survey.
Great.
So get on him, chat.
I'm going to go finish 10 armies.
Oh, I'll do it. Who does survey number 2 work for? Says Cydia. Serious question time. Okay, thank you, Ted Onions, for clarifying that this is a serious question. Could Mr. Craze...
That's me.
That's Mr. Craze to you. Please show us... please show what he considers to be a layering opacity versus what would be a glazing consistency. I get the feeling that I'm not going thin enough for layering. Great question. That's a great one, Ted Onions.
Okay, so you want to see when I'm talking about layering for the thin layer, I assume?
What
like if we're going off of my Just Do This video, I'm assuming you're talking about the thinner of the 2 layers?
Yeah, what would he consider a layering opacity versus what would be a glaze?
Well, you're asking about opacity and consistency. Can you firm that up? Do you want to see how thin both of them are? Yes. Or do you want to see the opacity of both of them?
Ted Onion says, yes, exactly.
Thank you for clarification.
Yes, all of it, Jason.
All right.
Jason, because that's the thing. You said 2 very positive things. Oh, Ted Onion says, yes, how to thin / opacity everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
okay. Great. Jason, teach us the ways.
Give me just a second.
He'll get into it. And when he does that...
I'm working with a very expensive sample of paint. I don't want to waste any of it if I can avoid it. Give me just a little bit.
And Chris is going to mark down this time. Versus everything. He's working with real silver.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
What makes that look so good?
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine the price of these bottles if we were working with real Like,
silver and gold.
great.
Silver and gold.
Christmas in August? I'm not all about that. July's passed.
I love how he changes his tune as soon as the months change. Like the calendar controls when Christmas is. Oh, wait.
Are you mocking me?
Yes. I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down the cherry tree.
I'm so sorry that I just want positivity and merriment.
Do you know that positivity can come without it being Christmas?
Oh,
If you said
Tannenbaum.
positivity.
So if you said Tannenbaum right after that,
Oh, positivity. Positivity.
Brr, 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 brr.
We're going to get to this very important question. So, everybody, I will get to your questions after Jason answers this last question. Hold your tongues, and we'll get to those questions. Let's see.
I just want everybody to relish in what is happening with his silver on
Jason
his
is
model.
in.
Holy.
This is a giveaway day. Jason's using a new paint. No, not everything's gonna get hit.
Jason's using a new paint the day before we release a different paint.
Yeah, I just work here. I'm just a part of the ship.
Are you distressed that I am showing the people new fun things?
Never.
No.
They're
Then
distressed.
why the
They are
comments?
distressed. We are not distressed.
Jason, did I tell you that I found the perfect droid workup using one step?
No.
The easiest thing I've ever done. You prime the model in a dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You dry brush white over it, right? Because you want
Okay.
because the robots are metal. You kind of want that weathered look.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, you
With
want
one
like a
step.
scritchy metal?
Yep. Then you do bronze yellow
Okay.
over the whole thing.
Okay.
Because they're little B1 battle
This is
droids
B1 battle droid.
from Star Wars. Bronze yellow over the whole thing. Then you dry brush it with khaki. It's perfect.
Okay, cool.
It is beautiful. I'll have to bring them in because I'm like so excited about it.
He's over the moon. Yes, Cannibal, I can give them the giveaway link. Great segue. Couldn't have said it better. Hit that link right there in all of the chats. Right there. Hit that link right there. Hit it. That's all it is. Yes, it's very fast paced. That's right. Our giveaways are very fast paced nowadays. Is Adepticon going to be the new Metallic Drop or Expansion Set 5? Crow stuff. Where are you? Expansion Set 5? Where are you getting that? You're just throwing stuff out there now. What about? Are we getting Expansion Set 5 in a month or at Adepticon?
Yes.
When are you releasing your new finger
Answer is
paints?
yes.
What is the new set that I'm making right now this minute coming out? Oh, Shailene says it'll be very fast if you call me first. I do have zero control over that. You know what? And to my credit here, if I was rigging this giveaway, we would get them done so fast. So fast. I would just, that guy. Hey, I picked one. Can we eat the metallic paint bacon? No.
Once.
You legally and technically can. But we don't recommend it, and we do not condone such behavior.
You need to stop putting the words legally and technically in the same sentence all the time.
Why,
Because
Jason?
that's not how they work.
But what if I told you that legally and technically you could do a certain thing?
That's not always the case. Technically, you can do just about anything once.
Okay, Cannibal says, I'm pretty sure you rigged them just to make them take longer to annoy Jason. No,
100%.
it's literally the opposite of what you just said. I do not like it when people are not here. So, no.
Holy, look at that.
Shing! Make a shine sound, and 3 and 2 and...
Shing!
Shweow! It is. Like
Shwanky!
there it is, right? No. Cannibal, I would to make them go faster, but because I am fair and just, I give it to them, and they do whatever they want with it. I don't run the giveaways anymore. I really don't. The RNG gods do. I have no say. Sandwich Bro says, now that's a shiny choppa.
It is a shiny choppa.
It's something.
It feels really funny painting something that has this much shine to it. Like in this stage, this is like the ugly phase for metallics, is before you knock them down, bring them back in line with reality. This is just like platinum shine.
Eric says, can you give your opinion regarding brush sizes and when to use each size? Does this change when using one step? One step, not first step, one step.
So my whole life revolves around the 2 to 6 range brushes. And very rarely do I step outside of that. I have a number 1 on the desk that I use every now and then for like fine detail and freehanding and things like that. Eyes, so a number 1 or a 0, 00, something like that. Keep a small brush around for doing areas that are like playing operation, where you have a hard time getting a larger size brush into an area. Mm-hmm. That's what the small brushes are for, in my opinion, right? And they're very crucial for that time, but I don't use them for anything else because they don't hold enough paint to paint very long. That's the problem with small brushes. So I paint in the realm of 2 to 6 as far as sizes of artist rounds go. That's my whole world, right? Right now I'm painting with a size, 4? So size 4 Pro Sable.
Yeah.
So when I switch is really just a function of what I'm painting. Right now with the Sable, it has a really good point for doing fine detail. So I can paint this whole model with this 4. And I don't have to change because I can get into tight locations with it in most situations. There might be a couple of spots where I would switch to a smaller brush just because I'm trying to get, in between fingers or something like that. But for the most part, like I can do this work where I just get in here and take the point and line it where it needs to go, and I'm not having to get outside the lines too much because the shape of the brush gives me the control. But, so I don't know that I have a set time where I'm like, oh, time to switch to another brush. That's not really the way I think. It's just really what I'm trying to do and taking a look at the model and being like, oh yeah, I probably ought to go with a smaller brush or a bigger brush for this. Obviously going bigger is easier to determine, because if you're painting the face of this sword and you had been doing something like painting eyes with a 00, then moving to the face of the sword, you're not going to want to do this with a 00. So it kind of lends itself just by the shape and size to go bigger. But that's not always as plain cut. I don't think there's a silver bullet answer for you. A lot of it is feel. A lot of it is what do you like for doing certain things. I know people that paint with up to a size 8 round for doing big open areas on models, just because they can put out an absolute crap ton of paint with a size 8. So more the merrier. For me, I stop at a size 6. I just don't think that the extra size gains me anything, and it usually gets in the way. I don't, we're not painting huge models all the time, but if you were, like big towering knights and things like that, then you might want to go with a bigger brush as your base.
There you go.
But a lot of people come into miniature painting and they go with miniature sized brushes, so they get really good. God, that shine, it's like blinding. There we go. So it's so reflective that look at how it shows you the color of my skin.
Great White Tower.
That's insane.
Are you seeing that?
It's like a mirror.
Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's as polished as the model can get with this metal. Look at that. You can see the division of my fingers and the color of my skin reflected in it. That's insane. So, so we are bringing you the best metals you've ever seen. But the...
you can use your sables for metallics, too.
Yeah, I just did. Really, paint is paint. You can use anything. You want to clean your brushes and make sure you don't overload the ferrule with metallics because it has extra solids in it.
Yeah.
But the thing when we start painting miniatures, we think, oh, it's small stuff, I got to use a small brush. And you'll fight that a lot because the small brush doesn't hold enough paint, and so you'll get streaky paint. You'll show your brush marks because you're always running out. The brush is always in mid-stroke running out of paint, and that will cause it to leave a brush stroke visible on the model. And then while you go back and get more paint and come back, that brush stroke is now drying, so when you paint over it, it still shows. So you want a bigger brush that allows you to complete whole surface areas in one go, so that you can kind of, like if you're painting the top of this sword, you want to be able to paint this whole area as close to done as you can in one go. Then you turn and you do the edge, then maybe do the edge down here because his sword is blunt for some reason, and then do the other side. But you want to be able to do the full side in one pass, because otherwise you're going to leave brush strokes where it starts to cure while you're off gathering more paint on the palette and things like that. So
really quick, Jason, there's a slew of this same question. What metallics are we looking at right now?
This is the new formulation for Monument Metallics that will be coming sometime in the near future.
Mm-hmm. What's different about these metallics?
What isn't is the easier question, and that's nothing's the same. It's all different. We've reconstructed our metallics from the ground up to be able to use aluminum flake instead of mica, and created a concoction that allows us to use whatever pigments we want with the aluminum to create any color we want. So we're not just limited to a range of silvers and sort of golds like a lot of aluminum bases are. We are able to make any color of metallic with these aluminums. We're not trying to go and make red and blue and all that, but we can make any metallic that we want, match our current line, and go into some colors that were difficult with our current line to really get them to have the shine we wanted for darker metallics especially.
Yeah.
So now the darker metallics have really good shine. Obviously not like this bright silver, right? But this is insane, right? But you can see how it's so bright that when I put the blue-black one step over the top, like I did on his shoulder plate, you can get great coloration, but you still have a lot of shine through that top coat. So now I can do things like rust and effects on top of it, but not lose the fact that it was metallic.
Snowblinky says, do we still need separate water pot?
No.
No.
I mean, you can use a separate water pot. Some people like that because if you're going to go ahead and paint the rest of your models, you don't want to get any metal flake in it. And so I do recommend if you paint with a lot of metallic that you go ahead and do that. But you can see here, it's no more than normal. Me cleaning my brush and it doesn't have, it has, you can see the glittery flake in there.
Wad says, will there still be a separate metallic medium with the new metallic?
It's up in the air right now. We haven't developed it yet. There's some questions with it. We would still have the current metallic medium, if nothing else. So metallic medium as it exists today will not go away if I can't make a new one with this. If I can't make a new one with this that actually works the way we want it to, then you'll use the old one.
Can you imagine that bottle would be just... I don't know. That'd be shiny.
Yeah, we just have to see how it works with mixing in the other mediums into a colorless version of it. There's no reason why it shouldn't, but I'm not to the point where we've done that
That's
yet.
what he was just saying, Mo. So the older metallics will be getting this reformulation as well. That's what the whole point is.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Well, that's not the whole point, but that's one of the big points.
They're going away at some point, right, Jason?
Correct. We will allow the old metallics to stick around so everybody can get their fill of them and not leave you hanging. We won't rug pull you, but the idea is that the old metallics will eventually be phased out for this new one, because for very similar pricing, I can give you a world better paint.
Valorn, how do they interact with inks? We don't really use inks around here in general.
I mean, they work great,
but that's what our transparent line is for.
But yeah, they work great with the transparents and any of our other colors.
Yes, Mo. Same colors? Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not,
same pigment, right?
Believe it or not, this is the same as our current silver.
Just with the new formulation. Yes. Alpaca, absolutely. You can order one step set 2 tomorrow. Keep an eye out for all of you. Hit this links button. That is a landing page where it takes you to all the things Monument Hobbies has to offer at any current moment. We update that kind of like a little news bulletin board. Hit that link right there and keep an eye out. And also, here's my advice to all of you. If you go to our Discord and you sign up for our Discord, we let you in a little bit earlier. So we release it to our Discord an hour or two, depending on when we get it all set up. So I would be in our Discord.
Well, that looks really good.
You'll probably get an hour to an hour and a half earlier than the worldwide release. Sorry, I had hair in my mouth. And yes, that is in the US. The EU launch is the 26th. So tomorrow is just the US.
let's do some blue over this, right? Because this is where someone was asking about the difference between layering and glazing. So we've got some one-step blue over this model. We'll layer and glaze some blue over the top of it for a mid-tone.
I'm sorry, you said this is the different. Can you? It was the difference.
Well, I think somebody had asked about what's the difference in consistency and opacity for glazing versus layering.
Yep.
And by layering, I'm assuming that the question was the thin layer, right? And they're very similar, you know. Remember that they're all filters, right? So when we paint, we're really just painting in filters. If I want to glaze, then what I'm going to do is take a bunch of water on the brush like this, right? It's filled as much as it can go. When I touch my skin with it, it leaves droplets. It has so much water on it, right? So it's going to do more than just color my skin. It's going to make runny water on my skin, right? So take that, pull a tail of paint out, create a nice thin batch of paint. It'll be very diluted, lots of water in it, so that when I paint with it, it will allow all of my subcolors to show through, right? And you can see that it even allows the shine of that metallic to show through. That's where I would start with most glazing. And then I'm going to get rid of most of the material, because when you glaze, you don't want all that wetness on your brush. You just want color, right? So you take that, and then when I glaze with it, you're going to see that it's just going to give a slight blue sheen to the area. But notice how there's no like droplet buildup. There's no, it's not overly wet. It's just enough to turn the surface shiny. But you notice like at the end of my brush stroke, even when I hit hard, you get barely any paint buildup there. Right? So if you wind up doing light brush strokes and you wind up with a droplet of paint at the end of your brush that's harder to clean up than just touching it, then you have too much wetness on there. Right? So this would be a glaze. This would be a thin glaze, or maybe you call this a medium, depends on how you paint. But I would go in and just do some of the top surfaces of this. Right? And then I have a shift to a little bit more blue. Okay? So that's glazing. And you can make that a heavier glaze, which winds up being how we layer, right? When I talk about the first layer of paint that goes on when I'm doing my layer painting, the first layer that goes on is kind of just a step up from what I just showed you, in that now the paint itself is a little more intense, right? A little more intense. But I can still see through it, even though I put it as a second coat over this. Notice how I'll still be able to see through it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's still a filter, but now it's a heavier filter. And now when I go on, it will have more intensity just in every brush stroke. Not only because I'm building up over the top of that blue that's already there, but it just has more pigmentation that stays together because it's thinned down less. Okay, so that would be how I would go in and layer first over the top of this. And then when I have that set on there and I've moved more towards the blue, then of course I come back in with my second one where I dry my brush off a lot more. And now I'm talking about blue more as a real paint. It's not super thin. It pulls nice lines. And then when I go in and paint with it, which I would actually probably do this way, right? Even this is still wet. But then when I go in and paint with it and pull it up, now I start trending towards the real aspect of blue that I'm looking for. But I come back up out of those blended sections and have my opaque blue up towards the top. Or wherever you wanted your color, right? It could be at the bottom. It doesn't have to be at the top. But this is how we do that in the video where we say just do this, because now you wind up with an ability to create more blue up top that then transitions down to that desaturated darker blue that was there from the one step. And then if you still want to go even a step higher, then you go with no moisture on the brush. You get the paint at full volume, and then you come in and you do your final, like, you know, topping off of color, and you're just shortening your brush stroke as you're doing it. And this is the way glazing and layering all work together to provide the real kind of final solution to painting. You're using, you know, a lot of people are like, are you a glaze painter or a layer painter? I'm like, you're an everything painter if you're doing it right, because you need to be able to use the correct tool at the right time to get the job done. And all of these tools are used in various forms. You know, if you paint just with glazes, you run into a problem where your paint can look very desaturated because you're painting such thin colors over the top of one another, and so the mix can desaturate, so you may not get what you want. If you mix the two, then you get the desaturated color where you want it towards midtones and shadows, and you get the saturated color up where you want it towards your highlights and such. So now you create a blended surface that when you punch in on it is nice and smooth, because the glaze or the thin layer that we use first will blend the base coat color, which was that one-step blue, into the color you're using, and then you just keep pulling less and less water off your brush and going to your full blue at the top. And then, now if we were to transition over to, say, a white blue or a sky blue on top of this, you can see how you would be able to get your full highlighting and everything done. Right?
Nice.
And that's just super simple, right? That's just for when you're doing very quick blending. You could obviously clean this up and have it be, your way that you paint your display models. Nothing changes. You just spend more time to make sure that your layers blend better. But as far as consistency, my standard glaze for starting points is like this.
Oh, let's see. Oh, okay.
Right? My standard glaze would be kind of like this for allowing stuff to show through. Remember, everybody needs to go get hand tattoos in order to paint well.
Yeah.
And then my consistency for layering, right, is going to be more like this. And that's hard to tell the difference, but this one covers a little bit more, has a little bit more coloring. So, like I said, you can get away with them being almost exactly the same. And then as you start doing your thicker layers, then you're doing that, and you're covering even more. So this is just more transparent. We call these are all glazes. This is technically a heavy glaze, but we talk about layer painting because you do this heavy glaze first to get your blend started, and then you start moving towards no glaze at all and just full opacity. And this is how you get blends, because that bottom color, in this case the black of my tattoo, starts blending into the blue, right? And if you can start it even here with a lighter glaze if you want. It's just more steps that don't really accomplish much. But for consistency, the biggest thing is taking the moisture off of your brush so that you don't have all that liquid. I always say that when you're going to paint on the model, you don't want any more moisture on the brush than will just cause your skin to look sparkly, and not leave any droplets anywhere. Because if you have enough paint or water or paint and water mixed together on your hand or on your brush to leave a droplet on your hand, it's going to leave more than a droplet on the model, which is going to be bad. So don't do that.
That was a great demo, Jason.
Oh, great.
Demo complete. Commence questioning.
Mark Call says, I've been waiting for a hand tattoo. I want to make a disclaimer that there is no reason to have a hand tattoo. Do not make yourself unemployable just for the sake of painting miniatures better.
What if I'm already employed, Jason?
Huh?
What if I'm already employed?
If you get hand tattoos, you're fired.
Dang it.
Too late.
Uh-oh. Womp womp.
I got Jason's hand on my hand
Okay, that would
with
be funny.
his tattoos
That would be funny.
on my hand, but just slightly to the left.
So Jen and I were terrified this morning when in Discord they did that AI thing of me
Oh yeah,
in a chef's outfit.
Yeah.
And it didn't get the tattoos right. It didn't get the watch right. It didn't get anything right. And yet it was a striking resemblance to me.
Is it still there?
I think so, yeah.
Is it main chat?
Yes,
No, but he doesn't work with temporary tattoos. Sure, give it a whirl.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? It's terrifying and silly all at the same time. The fact that somebody can create that with AI
Beep boop.
is very terrifying.
But what kind of tattoo would be the best for a palette? Says Ted Onions.
A palette?
Yeah, Cannibal got one. Got a little palette on that finger, which was dope.
Yeah, I've seen people do that.
Cannibal, I know you're in here.
I should have done it years ago
It's a great
because
idea.
I tattoo with my left hand and I paint with I could do this to myself.
Bacon says, can I get free Procryl for life if I get Monument tattooed on my hand?
Not a chance.
No. Because everybody would do that and we would
go out of business.
we'd go out of pay. We'd go out of business.
Not a chance. We still have some people that have lifetime discounts on the site because they were like our first order on the new site. That person has a lifetime discount. We've given some stuff like that away for anniversary streams and stuff. We've done some fun things like that.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
We should do that for a
There's a
giveaway.
handful of people, probably 4 or 5
Sure.
or so, that have got lifetime discounts for crazy giveaway things like that. It's always fun.
What's a guy got to do to get a lifetime supply of monuments, says Cornflake Justice.
Get a good job.
That's right. Spend your money.
But you could technically come by the company.
You could.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess that is a good point.
I don't think I didn't realize till
Play the
recent-
lotto. Buy the company. Then all your paint's
Rattle
free.
can. Wait a minute. I have a hand tattoo. I'm bummed now. I'm unemployable. Better hang. No, we'd hire you if you had hand tattoos, right, Jason? If you qualify.
Solidarity.
No, only Jason.
Stand up with my brothers and sisters with hand tattoos.
Oh man, only members of the cult have Monument Hobbies hand tattoos, says Rocco. Oh, you could. Could I buy Monument but hire Jason, says Stan.
To run it?
Sure.
Oh, I don't want to live
Stan,
in that
why
world.
did you change your name to Dark Blue? You're killing me, Smalls.
You probably didn't. The system does that if you don't have one
Yeah.
set for...
Yeah, like I said earlier, if you had a question, we were doing a demo, so repeat your question if you've got it. Just make sure you tag us. They can also open an FLGS. You could?
Well,
That's
yeah,
still
that way you have
product,
to buy
though.
it.
You're still buying
You're still
it.
buying it.
You're
You get it
getting
at a discount. So that would be a good way to get your paint cheaper. You could open an FLGS. I don't suggest ever opening an FLGS because you want every army in paint.
I plan on opening a new...
I would suggest opening one because you have a business plan.
Yeah. I'm going to open an 8x8 FLGS. Like a little 8x8.
8-inch by 8-inch.
No. Oh.
Like 8 foot?
Yeah, 8 foot by... You ever go to those gas stations that just have the little building of snacks?
Yeah.
You know? Like that, but smaller. But it's the FLGS. The world's
It
smallest
just has
FLGS.
like a walk-up window?
Yeah, and then like you could here's how... But on all sides of it, right? Like tables would deploy. All sides of the wall. Right? So you could play at the FLGS, but it'd be outside.
Wow.
Sounds like an
in
awesome
Arizona
thing for
you're going to do this?
Arizona.
It'd be closed most of the year.
Okay. All right. Now I'm starting to see how this is supposed to work.
But the time that it's open is beautiful.
Yes. Amazing. Now, if I could only get the people of Carefree to play more war games.
Tell them it's modern bingo.
You know what?
War
Jason,
game bingo.
Jason, you're on to something.
I'm full of good ideas, baby. You
Dude,
just got to hang out.
There's not a good local gaming store in Carefree, Arizona. Gosh darn it. Monument's going to be the first. It's going to be our satellite
It's
site.
because the demographic doesn't work.
Jason, you don't know that until you ask. What if, like, little Bo Peep grandma's coming over and rolling dice?
Yeah. They got money.
So I can say that one world that I fear is little Bo Peep grandma rolling dice and getting severely torqued up about freaking Space Marines and Tyranids or something.
Sandwich Bro, non-painting question. Has Jason read any other 40K books besides Gaunt's Ghost, and is he taking recommendations? Mine would be Brothers of the Snake.
I've read it.
Very
Dan
good.
Abnett.
There's a dog. Yep.
Yep, Dan Abnett. I think it deals with Dark Eldar Raiders and stuff at one point, doesn't it? It has a weird one in there that deals a lot with the Space Marine coming to grips with love and admiration and stuff, which is kind of a good story, if I'm thinking about the right one. But yeah, it's Iron Snakes, right?
No, Rocco, that one is going to be a longer one, but yes.
Yeah, I've read a ton of 40K novels.
Bacon says, "What if I got the tattoo of my forehand in big letters?" No, because everybody would do this.
No, why would I promote you
Everybody
ruining your
would do
life
this.
with a monument tattoo on your forehead?
What? Ruining my life? What do you mean, Jason? I don't think it'd ruin your life.
This is
Get a
what's
big
wrong with the
old
world,
M on your forehead, just big. Viper says, during COVID, the assisted living building my wife's grandma lives in had an underground poker club.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's right.
Can you imagine a bunch of old little grannies and grandpas like throwing dice playing 40K?
It'll happen eventually. I don't think we're there yet.
Dude, they got the money.
I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we have the generation that has been playing long enough for that to be a thing, but it's getting close.
That's a good point. We're going to be doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, our generation's definitely going to be, like, hanging out, rolling dice at the retirement home.
Sure. You kidding me?
I still got armies from so long ago, you can't imagine.
Chris, those old people are just future us. That's what he's saying.
Chris and I will be at the retirement home, and it'll be like, Christopher, show him your fuzzy giants.
Oh, my fuzzy giants. Take it easy. It's a family show. Hold on. Oh, boy.
Why the duck?
Why not the duck?
Good point.
Yes. But why not the duck?
Good point.
That is another stripper name. Big Fuzzy Giants.
And now,
Plural.
welcome to the stage, Big Fuzzy.
Big Fuzzy Muffin Truck. Who the duck? Cannibal, nobody can take away my soundboard because it's analog and
And he's ready to die, and if you get close, he'll blow himself up. I don't know.
But Jason, you know what he doesn't have?
What he does not have.
A will to live.
A will to live.
Spare batteries.
Oh, that's also true. He hasn't gone and gotten batteries for our therapist yet.
So we could steal all of his
We're
batteries.
doomed.
I mean, it's on Amazon, and he could have just ordered it.
Lumberjack says, I'm the grumpy old man in the corner saying, 40K, more like 40K.
I can see that, Tim. You're still invited, though, buddy. We can at least enjoy music together.
Little Billy says, my partner is a marital and family therapist, and she has confirmed that the elderly community is a part of the most freaky and wild people in the world. That's right.
Sure.
So it says, hello, Monument Hobbies. I just bought your set of 6 fluorescents. Super
Nice.
looking forward to using them. I didn't realize, though, that you don't have a fluorescent blue.
No.
Hope you didn't mind me asking, is there a reason you don't make fluoro blue?
Blue doesn't fluoresce very well, and because we weren't making the fluorescent blues to do the whole blacklight thing that people like to do the effect with, we did them because they are the brightest paints that you can get for doing effects like glowing lenses and things like that. But the blue doesn't work that well underneath normal lighting. It just looks like blue. And so our current sky blue and transparent blue over white and those types of things will look much better than the fluorescent blue would have. It's a dull, odd blue. The only trick that it has and the only reason it exists is when you put it under the UV light.
It was all bronze yellow.
And we didn't make the paints for the UV effect. We made them for their effect in normal light. Just how vibrant they are. And we just couldn't get one that does it. Just because it's a chemical reaction and it just doesn't work.
You know what, Jason? I know a lot of whats, but I don't know a lot of butts.
I know the largest butt.
Did you say that face you just made?
I know the largest
so much
butt.
disgust in that look. He's like, what? I could go for some cranberry juice.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny how that works, huh?
Funny how that works. I order cranberry juice, and now all of a sudden everybody wants cranberry juice. Great.
Gnarly says, chat, for anyone using One Step, are you all using a wet palette to lay these paints down? What is your recommendation, Jason, of using One Step on a wet palette? I'm going to grab some...
Well, I don't know that I have a recommendation. You can if you want.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. The world is your oyster. Yeah, there's no reason not to. I don't think they need the thinning. You're using them like a wash. Do you put your washes out on your wet palette too? I tend to think that they are paints that are better designed for using in a sense where you like put them in a cup or something like that. You want to be able to load your brush up excessively, like you would with a wash, because you're kind of putting a lot of paint on the model when you use them. If you use them like a paint and you put them on the wet palette and draw paint up into your brush like you would a normal paint and paint with them, they're going to be streaky because that's not how you do washes. And technically they're applied like a wash. They just have the staining strength like a paint. So from a technical perspective, you use them like one step, then you put them on like a wash, which is where you want more material on your brush, and a wet palette doesn't let you load that much material up that easy. So I put them in a cup, right? Like when I'm doing the dark blue black, I just have it in a cup so I can dip the brush in there and have it act more like a sponge, which we're about to do.
Yummy. That's delicious.
Are you literally drinking my cranberry juice? Is there nothing sacred in this world?
Your cranberry juice?
Mine. Did you order it or did I order it?
Dang.
I think I ordered
He
it.
got you there. Chris, is that actually cranberry juice, or is that...
Go give me a water.
Is it a whiff of... Oh, wow.
Please?
Jeez.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Go give me a water, you.
Go give me a water, you.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jason, would you like some water?
I would love a water, please, and thank you.
That's tough.
Why won't Courtney Love be having any cranberry sauce with Christmas dinner this year? Uh-oh.
I'll
Wait,
get you-
I don't want to hear this joke.
You know what? I'll get you some water, Jason.
Ali Paca says, "Why y'all are in the same?" He literally is right across from me. I could throw sharp sticks at him and right in the eye, right in the eye. And most of the time, he deserves it too. So, any specific brand of water? Kirkland,
No free pub.
because right now I have a hankering and a thirst.
Here, Jason.
And whenever I have a hankering and a thirst, only one thing can tame this beast.
Here, Jason. Here's some water for you.
That was tough to watch.
Kirkland.
That was tough.
Chris, can you grab me 1-2 flapjack? You're banned. Immediately.
If he's going to steal my cranberry juice, he better bring me a water.
Jason, you're not even drinking the cranberry juice.
You didn't even ask if any of us wanted a drink.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
Jason, you want a drink?
How do you feel right now, Gabe?
I want a water.
See?
Yeah.
See?
No. That is a hard no. That is a hard, you don't write my check. Would you throw sticks at him? It might be fun, says Mo. No, I'm sorry. That wasn't a good Mo impression. Would you throw sticks at him? Can you be drawn, Chris? Can we drown Chris and Noosh? Whoa!
Hey, whoa,
That
what?
got a little dark.
Excuse me, what?
Never mind. Shading says, you sound like my husband when I don't eat the ice cream I bought in less than 1 day. You've not even eaten it. That's the thing. What's going on?
Ooh.
Kirkland, great. Kirkland X Monument win, says Bacon.
We've
TBD.
called them. We've called them. They're like, you do what? With what?
Eric says, can I trade all my Army Painter paints and Vallejo paints for a full set of Monument paints?
I'm sure you can, just not to us.
Yeah. Somebody out there.
You can, but in the box also needs to include about $800 US,
Yeah.
and then we can do that trade.
I wish there was a good way to do that, right? I mean, like, I wish we were made out of the kind of money that would allow us to do
Like a trade-in program?
like a trade-in program
Yeah.
for competitor paints or
Like
something
to
like
try
that.
to then donate it back to schools or something like that when we have the
We have a lot of people that do that. The
Yeah.
big joke is that we are the prime reason for lots of paint donations to education.
We've done that
systems and
before,
things
though.
like that.
We've done like the paint thing, like giving them to schools and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. We do it all the time. But it's our paint that we give schools.
Shailene, that's the whole shtick, if you're not familiar.
What's that?
So, sometimes the way you read comments makes them hard to understand out loud? Question mark? Is it though? No, you meant to put a question mark there. Is it though? See?
Danger Boy said, are y'all going to have a bottle fill station at the Learning Center? That's awesome.
Oh, paint?
Yeah.
That would be freaking hilarious, dude. There's no question mark?
Takes quarters.
Well, I see that would be horrible. What if I change every chat question into a statement and every statement into a question?
Oof.
Like, hi, Jason?
I apologize, chat. This is supposed to be a welcoming place.
This is a giveaway day. We can legally do whatever we want.
That's not how that works.
Jason, the Mrs. is curious if you had a chance to use her gift yet. Says Gilborn.
I was going to say, can you tell me who you're talking about?
Gilborn.
No. I have
What is
not. Well, I mean, yes.
What
I
is
use it a lot, but I have not used it on stream
Christmas
because it
fire?
doesn't give me the ability to use it on stream. Just having it does not allow me to do that.
What is it?
But you tell her that that is the most amazing thing. I got the F-bomb.
Oh, what?
I showed it to you.
I know. Where is it? You're not
In my
allowed to
office.
use the F-bomb.
Right. It doesn't give me the right.
I
That's what I'm
would
saying. It doesn't
technically
give me
have
the
to-
right to do it on stream.
I would technically have to edit it out.
Did you show me?
Were you there Friday night?
Oh,
No, I was picking.
Or were you picking
blackberries.
blackberries?
I was picking blackberries.
So no, the answer would be no, traitor.
Dang it. I
oh, is
wanna
it on your
see
desk?
Nobody.
On your desk?
Christopher?
Answer me.
No, you don't get to use my F-bomb.
I wouldn't. I'd have to edit
It was
out.
handed to me.
We've had one. Mr. Snippy Snip JJ did it once, and I had to correct him. Not good. You know what is good though, Jason?
Me painting this,
Yes. So
having fun with my friends on
also
the internet.
the giveaway. Hit that link. Right there. Hit that link. Sign up for a giveaway. Just have a merry old time.
A merry old time.
I looked at all the entries, and we are currently at a lot. So that is the point. You do not have to re-sign up. Once you've signed up once, you're good. All you have to do is be in the chat around 3:50. When we call names, you go, "Hi, Chris and Jason," when we say your name on the first poll. Right, Jason?
Sure, Chris.
Well, no, you said this.
What?
You said we're getting it in one.
What are you talking about?
The giveaway.
What giveaway?
Oh, my goodness.
Why are we giving things away?
And everybody's like, well, I thought you were going to have a giveaway tomorrow for the launch day. No. Guess what? You can have 2 great days in the same week. Giveaway today, launch tomorrow. That way the giveaway doesn't get delayed by the massive amount of things that are going on tomorrow. See what I'm saying? There you go. We're so glad you're all
There's
here.
a lot of hostility going on. with you today. A lot of hostility. You feeling all right?
I'm not hostile.
You feeling okay?
We could set up a hostel. No, we're not giving away. I'll tell you this. We are not giving away one step. Oh my goodness. We're not giving
Be
away
professional, chat.
one step set 2. I almost said the other thing. We are not giving away set 2 today.
Nope. We've been giving it away for weeks.
Because you're all going to get it tomorrow. We're going to give something else away.
What are we giving away, Chris?
You know what? Maybe Gabe should tell them what we're giving away. This was Gabe's idea. Gabe?
I don't want to own this.
Gabe, what are we giving away?
Am I allowed to say? Is this permission time? For me to say? You give me permission?
I literally did 2 drum rolls.
I would need another
said,
one. Ready?
Gabe,
Go back.
what?
A base set.
Why are we giving away a base set today?
Because a base set is where the heart grows fonder.
What?
Okay, I want everybody to hear what Gabe just said and realize how much crap I've been given for the last year and a half.
About what? You
Yeah,
get
all of
crap
it.
that is deserving.
What happened? Bass? It's a bass set. Yes, we're sending you a guitar kit, a bass guitar kit. Can we do that once, please?
That'd be
Where
funny.
we send somebody a bass drum. Hey, we're giving away a bass set. Would they just get a bass drum in the mail? How funny. Yes, we are giving away a bass set today
Yes,
because you're all going to get your 1 steps plus bass set is great.
Base set's the first 24 colors that we made.
That's right. You can't go wrong with a base set. You could either use it yourself to replenish your most used paints, or
It's
you
true.
could give it away to get somebody
Hooked.
addicted.
Hooked.
So that is what we're giving away today. That's a good value. That's a great value.
It's a good
actually.
value. It's incredible value.
Yeah.
It's a base set.
I tried to sweeten the deal, but then Gabe was like, "No,
No, just a base
you
set.
can't even special sauce it." That's exactly what I was saying this morning, Danger Boy.
Gotta pick it up tomorrow. Pick up your sauce tomorrow for more one-step action.
Magpie, a base set would be a great way to start the fall early. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Base set's great.
idea. We'll give that to Gabe. I was about to order a base set for my son to take to him to college, but I guess I will have to wait to win today. Hey, that's the kind of positive energy you
I
need,
like
Dork
it.
There you
Depot.
go. Cross
I like
them
it.
fingers.
That's
cross
what you
them
need.
toes.
You're working. Wouldn't the ideal base set be everything that's been released as of today? Says D Bowler.
That's
D
a mega
Bowler,
set.
That is the
Well,
that's an all-
That's like a
It's
mega set
almost.
plus.
It's the all-in set.
The
That's
all-in
the-
bundle.
ultra set.
We only do that at shows.
Yeah, we only do the all-in at shows.
We call that the mega. Yeah, this would be the giga set. Would be even the bags too, and all the brushes. What would be literally everything? Like I'm talking everything.
Well,
That's
would
what
be
the
that'd
annual
be buying the
giveaway
company.
is.
That is. But what if we made one of those
It'd
online?
be a purchase the company button.
No.
You said everything.
It's like when you go to the original hamburger house down there, and they have a hamburger that's $1.3 million.
Yeah.
And you get the restaurant if you buy the hamburger.
Oh, great question. Willow D is saying, Gabe, over on TikTok, what is in the base set? What comes in the base set?
24 paints.
Yes. Can you?
All of our
can bring the
best
list.
sellers from the original line. So it has titanium white, bull pyro red, coal black,
Green, blue, yellow, purple.
yep, green, blue, yellow, orange, purple, faded ultramarine.
It's honestly got the best array of colors to do anything you want.
Yeah.
Because you can mix them all in any which way, and you're going to have just a grand time.
Yeah, it has literally our 3 best-selling paints of all time are in it still, which is the red, the black, and the white. And just a plethora of other really good colors. Tan flesh.
Yep. Great set.
Or the dark umber, light umber combo is in there.
Bright ivory.
Yep, bright ivory and ivory.
Tan flesh. So good.
So it is the best place to start, not only with Prochrome, but just if you're a new painter, it has lots and lots of choices for you to get dug in to painting with. I can't, like, this looks so good. I don't know what you guys are thinking, chat, but
That's pretty good. I think my favorite thing about the base set is that it sets you up perfectly to dip into the expansions if you haven't used Prochrome before, haven't gotten it, because we don't do duplicates in our sets other than the intro set, which is more for intro to painting, like a new painter
Yeah,
set,
like that
right?
comes with the brushes, even brush on primer, all that kind of
Right.
stuff. Derpstick says, how would you paint a dark green orc? What would be the highlights that don't go into the yellow-green/bright yellow-green tones? How would you paint a dark green orc, Jason?
I'd probably start with, like, black green is a great base for the skin. Black green and green mixed together work really well, and then you can mix faded green into that if you don't want to use yellow greens. That's always a great combo. So, and then, you determine how much of that coloring you want by your mix. So I'm a big fan of that. I guess that's kind of it, right? I mean, there's your answer. That's what I would do. What do I need to do?
And everybody, here is that giveaway. Someone was just asking about that. Here you go. Hit this giveaway link right here. And you can be on any platform to win. So
You just have to be here. Yep. You cannot enter and then leave and win. You have to be here for the name call. You have to speak up in chat once you hear your name, and you got to be following.
It does not, it does not come with this new metallics he's been using. That's kind of a separate thing. We do have an amazing metallic set though. It's actually, I think, one of our number one selling things. Actually,
Yep.
like everybody.
It's our second biggest selling paint set of all time.
Yeah. So our metallics are awesome. That's what got Gabe into the hobby,
Mm-hmm.
or into Pro Acryl, I should say.
Yeah, I was using a different brand, and Philip was like, "You gotta try these paints." I was like, "I don't know." He's like, you got to try these metallics. So now you're hating your metallics. So I tried the metallics. I'm like, if the rest of the paints are like this, I'm switching completely. And they were. And so I switched completely.
Game delay. I'm watching the stream on LinkedIn. Right and ready for the when you call my name. Interesting.
Yeah, that won't work, but good luck.
We are streaming to LinkedIn right now.
No, we're not.
What if I said, Jason, that the giveaway was LinkedIn stream? Hold on. How would you, what would you say to that?
So there's a button right here that if I had a third hand...
Chris, we could do a LinkedIn stream on September 31st.
Why?
I think it's a perfect day.
Why is that the perfect day?
Because it is.
Because I'm gone?
No.
Am I not gone? Am I here?
Just a good day.
You mean August?
No.
Oh, okay.
September 31st.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Me neither.
The Painted Stash. What would you use to highlight rich gold metallic? Great question.
So bright gold is the obvious choice, but if you want to mix the two together and get something that is a little less intense, then that's fine. White gold works really great too. That's the reason those all exist, right? The bright gold and the white gold are meant to give you an ability to highlight your gold without going to silver. A lot of people go to silver, and silver makes it look a little dime store for me.
Danger Boy, no, we're not doing any of that.
Thank you, Game Delay. Yep, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you guys got it.
What?
September only has 30 days, Chris.
Oh. Hilarious.
I thought it was.
Yeah, because I need to be thinking about that right now.
Yeah. I have so many other things.
That's like the people that are proud of their jokes, and you're like, okay, yeah, great.
It's because there's not.
Great. Yeah, what I was thinking about right now while creating this neat medal was how many days September has on the calendar.
Gabe's muted.
You really pulled that one over on me.
Yep. Gabe, you're unmuted. Poop warning. Jeff Brando, use the restroom at will. Use it whenever you want. I'm giving you permission. I'm going to give you just a 5-minute warning before I pull. How about that? Doesn't have to involve the restroom. If you're not here, tough luck. What happens is I typically go use the restroom around 3:45. Jason gives you a little secret time, and then I get back.
Thank you, Rocco. I appreciate it.
Don't you egg him on.
Rocco.
And Game Delay. I'm glad that
Don't egg him on.
You're on my
guys.
side.
That's
Us
not
people
allowable.
watching on LinkedIn. Okay.
That's not allowable.
Game Delay. Unfortunately, your joke is hitting me very hard because I would like to stream on LinkedIn one day. So
He really doesn't want to.
You could on your free time, Chris.
Support. Game
your...
Delay. If we ever did this and I found out you did not watch on LinkedIn, the only platform, I'd be so upset.
Did you just say the only platform?
Yeah, Game Delay would only watch on LinkedIn, which would be awesome. Artemis says, question, you gain the ability to see a new color, in quotes. Do you choose infrared over ultraviolet? Oh.
Wait, what? Help me out here.
Artemis, is this just like a silly fun question?
Your eyes are able to see a brand new color they've never been able to see before. Are you choosing infrared colors or ultraviolet colors?
Well, okay.
Or not colors, but infrared or ultraviolet.
That's a spectrum.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to see in either of those. I like mine.
Ultraviolet.
Yeah, I don't choose. I don't choose to play
says,
it.
I go infrared.
I want to keep seeing what I'm seeing right now.
I don't want to change.
I don't like this choice.
Yeah.
It's a bad choice.
Black Ops says, would using one step on the trim of an airbrush armor to preserve the gradients be a good use of it, you think? Question mark.
On the which part of the armor?
Trim of airbrushed armor to preserve the gradients. Would using one step.
Trim of airbrushed armor to preserve the gradients. If you're using it as a filter, it will work really well over airbrush surfaces. Those gradients will be maintained. They will smooth out. So one step will blend them even better, right? To make them less airbrush feeling. Airbrush has great gradients, but it tends to look out of focus, and one step will bring it back into focus and make it look more like a brush blend without the brush strokes, if that makes sense, right? Because an airbrush blend can give you really great gradients, but it looks out of focus, looks fuzzy because it applies paint and dots. The one step will get rid of that feeling. So if you use it on the trim, yeah. I mean, I use it over airbrush stuff all the time. That's one of the ways that we've been using it the most, actually, for doing armor, is to airbrush a value sketch on the model, whether a zenithal white black or a colored undercoat, and then doing the one step over the top, either with the airbrush or the brush. And in both cases, it acts like a really good, consistent wash in that regard to pull the airbrush back into focus, keep the gradient and the blend the way you want it. You would have to thin it down fairly aggressively if you have a slight blend that isn't a lot of contrast, because otherwise it'll overtake the colors. But other than that, I think it would work great.
Belcor, we have a great rusty metal methodology I'm going to send you right now. I do it all the time. Hit this link right there. Change your life. Sure, Snow Blinky, absolutely. This is your 5-minute warning. Go to the bathroom. We're gonna pull a name at 350. Do with that information what you want. Gus says, I've only been listening to the listening to half because I'm at work, but are you all releasing a new metallic line? At some point, yes.
At some point.
TBD.
I am playing with the silver more as an interaction of it with one step to see what kind of cool things I can get it to do with how shiny it is. Because one of the first thoughts that I had with it was that at this level of shine, I'm going to get superb reflection through a top coat, like one step or a wash. You know, the things that we do to metallics to give them a little bit more depth usually wind up knocking a lot of the shine off of them. And so what would really make the metallics even stronger is that if you could do something like what we're doing right here and maintain the feel of the metallic after the wash had cured, right? And so I'm just kind of maintaining a good directional here so I don't get a lot of pooling of the paint. And that's going to work great. Pop that bubble.
Let's go. Yes, Belcord, check that one out. It's awesome. What's the best one-step recipe for orc skin, says the Amazing Sauce?
Wow. Good question. I really like in set 2, the yellow-green is going to change this a lot because I liked doing yellow, warm yellow underneath the green, the dark green. Worked great. But now with the yellow-green in set 2, I think that is probably what I'm using. And what I use it over is just kind of flavor to taste. I don't know that I have a preference. I think I might want to try it over like pale yellow with the yellow-green. If you want it darker, then dark green. And then you can dry brush or do your highlights however you want over the dark green. And the dark green can just go over white. And then you could dry brush a light white or pale yellow or something over that. And then the yellow green over the dark green would be really, really bitchin'. Because then the dark green keeps the shadows from being too yellow. But the highlights would go to that yellow green. But you need a bright dry brush or highlight over the top of the green. You could do the airbrush again over the top. Get the same or similar effect. So see, we still have so much shine over all of this metal after putting an undiluted one-step coat all over it, right?
Yeah.
Like you can still see all of this. This area on the forearm that was so shiny is still super, super shiny. That sword, not quite as blinding, but still has good reflection across all of it, even after putting one step on it. All the chains and stuff in the nooks and crannies looks really
Johnny
good.
Valor says, what is the wash he's using?
It is one step blue black. So it's from set 1 of the one step, and it's just dark blue black.
Dark blue black. Great.
Straight out of the bottle, no thinning. I put that's a lie. I put a little bit of the special sauce in it because I knew I'd be wanting it to have a longer open time during the show while we were doing it. Because if I liked it, I was going to have to paint a lot more of the silver. But yeah, it looks great. You'll see how our one step doesn't pool, doesn't do the thing that most contrast paints do. It leaves a really nice, clean surface. But we get a lot of that metallic coming through, and I'm thinking I'm very, very happy with this on here. Now I'm going to do a lot more with it. I'm going to rust it and things like that. So this is just turning the color that I want.
Here's your 5-minute warning, everybody. We'll get to questions afterwards, after the giveaway. Do you have any examples of difference between black one-step paints, Brando? Are you talking about... What are you talking about? You're talking about the... right here. You're talking about the new black from set 2?
Oddly, the metal that I'm painting with is a new formulation of our metallic paints that we're working on. So you're seeing it firsthand. It's the silver. But yes, I'm using it more in a test for it with one step as a development test. Chris is going to the bathroom right now, actually.
I'm leading by example.
He says he's leading by example. Jimbo 8. Don't really have a date on them. It'll either be by the end of the year or Q1 of 2027 that I launch them. And the current metallics that everybody loves will stay as well for at least a while we get everybody transitioned over. But the idea is that we will replace the current metallics. We have all the same colors, but their ability to do stuff is crazy. They're amazing. Why blue black instead of just metal wash? Black, what do you mean? Instead of a metal, what is a metal wash? Like a black? I could have used any color. I like the blue black because it looks more like steel, like real steel. Right? That slight blue reflection to it just makes it feel more like a steel as a base tone. I have blue skin, so I don't want it to appear very blue. That's why we'll go over it with other colors, like a oily. I could use the petroleum wash on it would be really cool. I can do rust. I can do anything over the top of it to alter the color, but my base really wanted to be this. Or I wanted it to be this.
So if you would use, like, let's say Payne's gray wash, you might get a similar color in the recesses, but you're not going to get the same filtering over the whole thing.
Correct. The Payne's gray isn't going to color the metallic as heavily as this is, right? Because it's a wash, and so the washes are meant to flow into the recesses. These also flow into the recesses. I get the darkness around all the rivets, but I also get a very stable layer of color and gradient over the top of those surfaces, which, you know, the silver that we painted was legit, like, you know, bright silver. You can see it on my thumb. That was the silver we started with, and it knocked it way down. And just makes it look a little bit more stressed, a little bit dirtier. And then the colors that we put over the top, the earth tones that we're going to put over the top of this, will make it even more so. I'm just playing right now. You know, I'm playing with the ability to use this for various colorations. It's being very, very cool. So with that, I think we might do some rust. Actually, I think I probably want to use rust over the top at the end. I think maybe some bronze yellow.
It was all bronze yellow.
Oh, God.
It was all bronze yellow.
I really
second guessing all your life decisions.
Yes.
It was all bronze yellow.
Constantly second guessing a lot of things. Bronze yellow just brings in a really cool earthy tone. This is a great color for non-metallic golds, but it'll allow me to kind of sketch some other coloration on this that will just make it feel a little dirty, right? See how it's going to give that golden hue to things. And I can use this like in the shadow side of...
All right, everybody. So here's the deal. We're going to be pulling a name here any minute. So here's what you're going to do, though. You need to hold your applause, and by applause I mean congrats, until we find a winner. We move pretty quick. You have to be following on the platform that you're on, and you have to be able to speak up and say, I'm here. Now, don't think you can lie to us because we have our ways. Got it?
I love how you always jump to people are going to lie to you.
They do.
Show us on the doll, Chris.
So, these crazy mixed up kids. Anyway, that's what's up. So, like I said, hold your applause. We're about to pull a name. Get ready.
Is it happening?
Drum roll.
Just about.
Man, what if we get a 1 out of 1? One.
We threw a lot of positive energy into the ether today.
And it's a base set.
And yes, it is a base set.
24 colors. 24
brand spanking new colors. And by brand spanking new, we mean the ones that are in the box, not them as new colors. Jason, are you ready?
I have no idea what's
Jason,
happening.
Jason, we need you to be ready for the
I
positive
need
energy.
you
We need you ready.
I need you very much positive right now, Jason.
I am super positive. We're going to get it in one.
Yeah,
this
we
person,
are.
We're going to call a name. That
Positivity.
person's going to be like, holy heck, that's me.
Positivity. The winner of the base set is Off Jenkins. Off Jenkins.
Off Jenkins.
Off Jenkins.
Like OFF?
Off Jenkins.
Yeah.
Off Jenkins.
Off Jenkins. Hold. Hold on all platforms. Hold. I'm looking at all platforms. Hold.
Off Jenkins.
Off Jenkins.
Oh, yeah. That little bit of tarnish and that greenish yellow.
Off Jenkins. Isaac Schaefer, I don't think that's you. Nope. Okay, you're right. Got it. That's what I thought. Off Jenkins. No, Chaos Angel, not that one.
Dang it. Off Jenkins. Come on.
Off Jenkins, are you there?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Here's what happens. This is the avalanche effect. All right. We didn't have enough positivity, Jason.
I had lots. I don't know about you.
I had many. Many much moosin'.
What? What do you mean?
Off Jenkins. Off Jenkins. Lumberjack's like, next!
I'm more like offline Jenkins. Am I right?
Hey, yo, brother! That's great. Rich Sanders
awesome.
from left field. He's out to Costco. That seems really real for some reason. We do move pretty quick here.
All right.
Off Jenkins.
Next.
Off Jenkins is probably not here. I'm moving on, Jason.
I don't know why you're talking to me.
Jason,
You
what do you
keep
mean?
throwing me in here like I
You're-
have something to do with this.
Jenna Lou! It's Jenna Lou is the
Jenna
next
Lou.
winner. Jenna Lou!
Lou.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't tell if that was just one of your criticisms or
No, that's the name. Jenna Lou.
if you pulled a name.
Jenna Lou. Where are you? I'm so sorry. Hold. Jenna Lou.
Jenna Lou.
Brian Reed reference on Painting Stream. Thank you, Gus. Thank you. I knew somebody would understand the Moosin joke. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I knew someone was
Okay.
going to say a Lou joke. I knew it.
In the Lou, Jenna Lou.
Oh my
Maybe these people are just putting the entries in now for me to say the silly name and react to the silly name. And they're like, let's just keep this guy reading crap names. This is great.
Oh my god.
But Jenna Lou,
Jenna Lou.
we know that is a real name, not a silly name.
I do think that there's someone out there. I blame
Jenna Lou who?
I blame Lil Billy.
No, it's
for-
Loo, by the way. Jenna Lou.
creating-
All right, going once. What were you saying, Gabe?
Nothing.
Going twice. Jenna Lou. And goodbye, Jenna Lou.
You need to do a drum roll, Chris.
Constantine!
Okay.
Constantine, are you there?
Is it teen or tin? Constantine.
Constantine?
There's no E.
I know, but I don't know what it is. Constantine
Constantine.
doesn't sound right, but I'll say it.
It could be a username.
Constantine, are you there? That's Constantine without the E.
It's Constantine.
Constantine. Yes, that is like Valdor. Constantine Valdor. Are you there? The Emperor. Constantine, maybe. I don't think so, Cosmic. Constantine 2 is apparently happening. Oh my gosh, you are all just...
Constantine, are you here? Are you checking all platforms, Chris?
Oh, of course I am.
Oh, man.
I would like this to always go faster immediately. Constantine Valdor.
I think I have more fun watching Chris blow his lid.
They're on LinkedIn, probably.
Why is nobody here?
Yeah, they're waiting on LinkedIn.
They're all over watching on LinkedIn.
They're all over
Wait
there.
a minute. Oh, there's no
All right,
Raymond on
Constantine
his show
Valdor, you can Constantine this
Okay,
right out of this
Chris,
giveaway.
Chris, trust me. You need to do a drum roll first.
All right.
Yeah, he hadn't done one. He's sacking his own freaking ship here.
Kinney. Will Kinney.
Will Kinney.
Will Kinney, are you there? Constantine is posting on LinkedIn. No more of this.
Will Kinney what?
Will Kinney. Will Kinney be... You all are just late night comedians, aren't you?
Goodness.
Will Kinney, please stand up. Will Kinney. See, here's the thing. If you all would calm down, we could see.
Like Kenny will not.
Wow. Just burying these people alive. This is a good, honest
This is why nobody shows up
This
to
is-
get
yeah,
the
seriously.
freaking goods. It's because they're
This
like,
is
I'm
like-
sick of people making
You
fun of my
got
head.
one silly syllable in your name and you're screwed.
The old man said it was a great community. My ass.
Will Kinney, more like go die, Kinney.
Oh my gosh.
Will Kinney, are you there? We want to give you free stuff, I swear to goodness. Will Kinney going once. Will Kinney going twice.
Thank you. I needed the sound effects. We needed that, Chris. We need that.
When
How
can
about
Gabe do
a
these?
full yodeling pickle before?
This is the worst.
You even have it ready.
Chris Wilcoxon.
Why are you laughing?
Wilcoxon. It's because Gabe started
I
laughing.
did not start laughing. You started laughing. It made me laugh.
Chris Wilcoxon. Will you Coxon be here? That's what we're going to get 1,000 of these today.
I apologize, Chad.
Me
I didn't
too.
know I was hiring 3-year-olds.
No, Will Coxon is going to be in this chat. Chris Wilcoxon. Oh my God. Gabe's dying over there. You guys can't see him, but he's out. What a name. It is actually a cool name. See, do you guys like that backtrack? Will Coxon. No, it's Chris Wilcoxon.
Of course, nobody's going to say that's me.
No, they should.
Because everybody in this entire chat is like a 3-year-old.
I know. You guys, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
the ringleader. What do
No.
you mean, oh, you guys?
This was Gabe's fault.
I didn't do anything.
God.
Wilcoxon. Chris Wilcoxon, are you there? Going once.
I just wanted the yodeling pickle.
I know, and this is what you got. You know what, Jason? We got to reset. Like our positive energy. I think we got.
We don't have to
I
reset.
think we got a little off. I think we got a little off track. You know, Chris Wilcoxon. I'm so sorry, but
We have to move on.
we have to move on. All right.
Someone civil says, I'm a mature, responsible adult normally. I blame Chris
All
and
right.
Gabe. Gabe's equally to blame here.
He really is.
No.
All right. The next one is Jan
Kern. Kern? Koeln.
Jan F. Cole. Oh, Jan.
Jan F.
I've seen this name before. And
Jan.
Cole.
This is where Lumberjack's like, I
Jan.
know he's gonna say this. Chris is
Jan.
gonna say, I've seen that name before.
Jan
Jan, are you
F.
there?
Kern.
Jan.
Kern. Hold.
Hold the door. Yeah, of cold. Right there. Bingo. I knew it. I knew it.
There he is.
Yes! God bless America.
Hey, is it
and
Jan
the
or Jan?
troops. Yeah, is it Jan?
I've always thought you were Jan, but I let Chris butcher your name anyway.
Is it Jan? Again, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Jan.
Jan.
Hey,
Congrats.
Jan, we landed that plane. Congratulations. You are the owner of a base set. Go hit up Gabe. Gabe, tell them what they can do.
You need to message me on Discord. Monument Gabe. You can find me in the Monument Discord. You can message me, and we'll get you your paint set. Well, that was not at all in any way painful.
No, that was good. That wasn't that many. We've been way further, right, Jason? We've had so many slower ones.
I don't know what to say here.
That was only like the fourth poll or something like that. I don't count anymore. I don't count. Ruth and the Blade, thank you so much. Alpaca also subscribed during that festive time. I don't.
Festive time?
I might have had a small stroke.
This is my life, chat.
Someone said,
like,
like,
you
I have
understand
gray
what
hair
the
now.
days are like around here?
The days are numbered.
Do you understand what I have to go through? I pay these people for this. These paid professionals.
Hey, Jan, congratulations. That's all I have to say to you. I hope you enjoy that base set. And I hope all of you are tuning in tomorrow as well. We're going to be here tomorrow. It's a big day, though. If you are not familiar, we are releasing One Step Set 2 tomorrow. So make sure you are here for it. It's going to be a big day. Right, Jason?
Yes.
And yes, legally and technically, we are in the after hours portion of the stream. Mo, thank you. My wallet is ready.
There is no legally in the after hours.
We are technically legally in the after hours.
That's not legal. That's not what that means.
Hey, Shailene, take it easy. For all of you, thank you so much for always sticking with those polls. We know there's a lot of you, and we do it right. We do it fair.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it.
That's right. And like I said, you'd know it's not fair if we pulled it in 20 seconds, but even that one that we did in that, it's fair. You like that? F-bomb time? No, Craigs, no. I don't want to edit it out. You're all going to just have a great time tomorrow ordering that set too. I know it. It's going to be a fun, win-win type of day.
Remember
Everybody.
to pay attention on Discord.
That's right.
If
Gabe.
you're leaving, make sure to pay attention on Discord because we always announce and put it out a little bit earlier.
Yep, and watch for Gabe's message. He's the one who's going to be doing it tomorrow. Chris doesn't believe that it's a stream-safe F-bomb. Unfortunately, name Gabe in Discord again, says Jan. What was it?
Monument Gabe.
Monument Gabe.
Super simple.
No more polls. That was it. The one for today.
Chris is tired of the second one taking 80 names.
You can always pull one, but it just, unfortunately, we tell people to be here. There's nothing else I can do. It's not Jabe. No, Avian. He changed it. It's no longer Jabe. It is
You still call me
Monument
Jabe, but it's easier because they call me Gabe.
Yeah.
Jabe is only really...
In Discord, it is Monument Gabe.
It
We
is
did
now
that on
Monument Gabe.
purpose so that you could search Gabe because he's the guy.
Because a lot of you know me as Gabe.
Yeah.
Some of you know me as Jabe. But that was a while ago.
Johnny Valor says, how does One Step compare to the Army Paint or Speed Paints, Jason? Or other types of contrast paints in general?
So it is a different product with a similar function, if is the way I could say it. We make the paint different so that it works in a normal workflow, mixes better. not only with other one-step colors, but with other paints, and gives you a much smoother application that doesn't tend to pool up and look like a very heavy wash. You still put it on the model like a very heavy wash, but it tends to look a lot more like it was actually painted and not washed on, if that makes sense. If you're familiar with how a wash can look, how it pools, how it gives you weird gradients sometimes, this will give you a much smoother gradient. Just an overall better experience.
You're going to like it.
Look at that copper.
That's the link right there. Yep. Absolutely. And you only have to sign up once. So next week when we have our giveaway, because we do it every week, your name will still be in there. Unless you're Little Billy. And then that's when I take it and I throw it away. Little Billy? Oh.
Very, very happy with how, number one, these metallics we've already put them through their paces and they just go on super, super easy. Even when I'm thinning them like I am here, the opacity on them is still great, gives me really good coverage. I don't think I've ever experienced, other than alcohol-based metallics, I've never experienced anything that was as smooth to apply.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that just flows off the brush like you would expect a normal paint to do, not like a metallic, but gives you way more metallic sheen than a basic metallic does.
What day is it today? Today's the 11th.
It is.
Big day tomorrow, chat.
Launch day.
Big day. He said he sent you a message, Gabe.
Let me see. Got it.
What do we have on the agenda after stream, Chris? Anything?
You do. You
What?
have a couple things. You have meeting. Let's see. Not much. You have something with Gabe, and then let's see. You have something with Gabe. I do need to do some things as well.
What?
You have a meeting with Gabe.
This afternoon?
Yeah.
You do.
Sidious, will orders placed tomorrow ship same day?
There's a chance that
always
if
the
you're
hope.
very first,
Yep.
but we can only ship so many orders a day, and usually on launch day it sets us back about 24 to 48 hours overall. So get your order in quick. Be prepared that it may not get shipping notification till end of week, even for orders until beginning of next week for orders placed tomorrow, since it's Wednesday. We work a 4-day work week on fulfillment here, but the team is set and ready to go. So we have gotten a lot of the orders ahead of that and normal business taken care of. But obviously, even on launch day, there's still the normal order frequency that we see all the time. But yeah, the team is ready, set to go.
Well, this color is really cool, Jason.
Copper? Is that what you're talking about?
Is this the new copper?
This is copper, yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it just looks like a shiny penny right out of the gates. like over here on this,
Yep.
the shading,
Super
and the way
good.
it carries light across it with the aluminum flake is just tremendous.
What are you going to put over this?
I don't know yet.
Danger Boy, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Your fulfillment team kicks ass. Send them a shout out and some love for the stream chat. Absolutely.
Thank you.
They do appreciate that. They work their butts off.
It is a good group of real people.
Yep.
You know, even though we say we have automated systems, it is real people running them, and they work their butts off to make sure that customer service doesn't stop with the sale. Everybody in that team knows that it is all about what the box feels like when you open it and the product being right that's inside of it.
TBD. How am I do on the metallics? I'm just going to keep saying that because I know we're going to get that question a lot.
Yeah, I'm doing what Chris
TBD.
hates. I'm showing off this product long before it's available.
TBD.
Unfortunately, sometimes you guys get involved in the product development process because this is my favorite time to do this. We live and uncensored try new things, show it to you so you can see where we're headed, get excited about it.
And for all of you, like we said, join our Discord. That is where we give you a couple hours, maybe an hour, depending on when it all goes live. We'll give you a little bit of a heads up to get your set first. We announce it to the world at 10 a.m., but for our Discord, it's a little bit before that. So keep an eye out tomorrow morning. No, serious, uncensored F-bombs are not back on the menu. I do have to edit those out. We will not be using that word on the stream. Mo says, remember how long we've been waiting on Eclectic Salmon?
Uh-huh. What about it?
Yeah, Mo. What about
Facts. What now? You can mix it. I don't hide it. I told you the mix.
When will set 2 be available to people in the north?
Canada?
Yeah.
I don't know if Canadian distribution already has it or not. That would be a sales question,
Yeah.
but shouldn't be long. That whole process has been a little bunged up because of our opening up Monument Canada.
I think
And so our Canadian distributors
though.
kind of slowed down on how they were stocking and stuff based on our initial timelines. When those timelines fell apart, we had to play some catch up. But I think we're okay right now. I know One Step's up there.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. And then for the EU across the pond, it's going to be the 26th.
Yep.
And we'll do separate announcements for those, essentially, right? Tomorrow's US, 26th is EU.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's right, Avian. 2 weeks for them.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Are
our
we-
EU team is on vacation for their summer break right at the time where we're launching, so we can't promise shipping on launch date. So we just
Most-
delayed it.
Mo's saying, so I was talking to someone from Canada the other day, and they were talking about the spray situation. Are you guys looking at a way to get the sprays up there still?
We have to redo the formula.
Not anytime soon, I don't think. TBD.
So we're working on it, though.
Yeah.
So I just don't know
It's
timing
very-
on it.
It's very involved.
We have to reformulate the entire paint range. Canada has some archaic rules about some of the propellant.
Jason, what do you think you're going to do over this copper?
I'm not
Do you have,
real sure.
Are you going to make it?
I could do like a verdigris.
Yeah, like a.
I'm gonna tarnish
watery?
it first. I'm gonna do like a, like maybe a petroleum brownish color, maybe a warm brown over it with the One Step. I've been enjoying the One Step. The whole point of this is to test out more of the One Step over the metallics.
Yeah. Look at your hand. Your thumb pale's looking extra wild today.
Isn't it crazy?
Shing, shing, shong, shing, shong.
Yeah.
That was the shine sound.
That was the sound of shine.
Double T, new jade color from set 3 props for some impromptu verdigris.
Could. We already have really good paints for that, though. Verdigris is a thing, right? You can scrape it off like rust, so it's not necessarily something you use as an all-over filter like we're doing with the colors on the silver. Like the steel, I really am happy with the way that tarnish looks. That's just the bronze yellow and the dark blue black over the steel, and I'm really, really happy with that. That gives us a really nice kind of just dirty, tarnished metal look. And so I'm not real sure yet what we need to do on the copper that I'm doing.
Olive yellow, says?
Could. Yeah, we could.
That could be fun. Great White Tower, will you guys stock miniatures and such in Canada?
No, the miniatures will only be available at the Experience Center in person. We won't be doing online sales of miniatures, I don't think. The Experience Center here in Phoenix will have miniatures and wargaming supplies and things like that. It'll be a full-blown wargaming store. But we won't be doing that on the line. On the line, as the kids say.
Great Weight, you're not talking about texture trainers and framables, are you?
Our miniatures, yes, but...
Yes, maybe that's what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, then I got that wrong. We will be, and they are already available up there if they bring them in, but right now it's all through distribution.
Yeah,
so.
texture trainers, yeah.
Blackup says, any updates on the detailed texture paints? I'm not sure what you're talking about here. In quotes, detailed texture paints.
Like the rust texture and the crackle texture, those kind of texture paints?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
When you say detailed texture, that's what I would think you're meaning, but I don't know that we have given any updates on that. That'll be down the road a bit. I don't have a real plan. We've got so much in the hopper before it. But they are still on the menu of to-dos. We just have to get there.
Great White Tower retailers, what retailers are they available at? Fenris doesn't have them. Well, if they hopped on their pre-order, we're already seeing our retailers get them.
Are we talking One Step again,
yeah,
or models?
I believe we're talking about One Step Great White Tower. But oh, you know what? No, I think you're talking about models. I need some clarification on that. Both. Oh, okay. Well, as you've seen, retailers are already
They don't get to do pre-orders up there because they order through distribution, not from us. So remember, all the retailers in Canada right now get everything through our Canadian distributor out of Ontario.
Yeah.
That is changing. Like we put in orders for all of the new racks, and that's being handled directly through our distribution center in Ontario now. So there are some changes coming that are, moving towards that final solution for Canada with Monument Hobbies up there. But right now, it's still through distribution. So they can't order from distribution until distribution has the product. And that's where I'm not clear. Like, I don't know where all that is right now. We can check up for you and have you a better answer for hopefully tomorrow's show.
Extra trainers and One Step, yeah.
But pretty soon you'll have access to all that. Now, the Canada Monument Store will focus solely on paints at first. And then we will move into all the other products, brushes, models, all of that, as we get all of our distribution set up and the ability to make sure that we can get stuff there without high tariff rates and all that kind of crap. Because the whole point of opening up the Canada Store is to make all of the value pass along to you guys, so that you're not spending inordinate amounts of cash for shipping from the U.S. Or higher prices on duties because we had to ship from the U.S. to a Canadian location. So a lot of that is being able to get product shipped directly from our other vendors, like our brush factory in Germany. And then, of course, the stuff that we make here sent up there, which is miniatures and all that. But we might be able to find a more local producer for miniatures in Canada is one of the things we want to look at.
No links, Mo. Oh, that's silly.
Did he say .com? That would be silly.
No, he said I have had dot very good results, and he put a dot in between there, and then it made it a website link.
Oh, a link.
Just great. I'm off, says Craig. Take it easy. Thank you so much.
So are we. I think I'm done.
Gus.
They're telling me I got meetings, so I got to go do meetings.
Gus says, you have a little bit of time, but Gus says, what minis will you all have at the Experience Center?
We are a dealer for Games Workshop, Steamforge Games, Parabellum, you name it. We're bringing in...
everything.
Yeah, we're bringing in Victrix minis.
The whole caboodle.
Got a ton of stuff. Tons of things. We will be supporting independent game manufacturers as we can, those who have the ability to distribute models and their games through. We will have a spot for small games.
Yep, Sir Blaine. Yep.
So people can find new things that are out there in the world, so we do our best to support that way as well.
Malediction, weird miniatures.
We may. Weird is a weird one. They've had an unfortunate falling off in the gaming world just because they became so hard to get.
Yeah.
And they made the mistake of, we were talking about it today, they made the mistake of firing their henchman squad and all the people that were really helping them grow their game at a time when that's what they needed. The whole Wizards of the Coast thing with TOs, we were talking about that at lunch today. Scared a lot of people from having street teams, and they really need a street team. So we'll see.
Watt says, how are you going to getting GW without the paints?
We have friends in high places.
Magic and prunes.
It's already done. Like, we're already a GW dealer. They just want to let us place our initial order until the 2 weeks before our doors open. So it'll be a while. Where the rest of them are trying to shove product down our throat.
Hey.
Like, everybody else has got invoices sent to us already, and we
Hey, we're free marketing for everybody. These are
100%.
Smart people.
100%. Yeah.
They look at this. You know how much? Yes. Do the math on the hours of painting other people's stuff. I guess Jason used to work there. Probably doesn't hurt, says Flapjack.
No, that has nothing to do with it. They just know us as a brand. GW's very excited. Everybody has been very excited to talk to us right now. A lot of them were like, explain what you're doing. Like,
what do you mean, experience
do you want models? and we're like, so here's what we're doing. And they're all very excited about it. So,
Chris, did you ever secure the billboard? No. I have secured it with personal funds, little to our chagrin. What if I did that and I found out it was only $100 a month and I've put it into my personal budget?
That's fine. I told you can do whatever you want.
It's not that expensive.
You haven't even called and talked to them. It is very expensive.
Are you sure?
Thousands of bucks a month, I guarantee.
I looked it up.
Sure.
For what? I got a quote. $250.
For what?
That billboard.
Good. What are you going to put on it?
You'll have to wait and see.
I will sue him for slander.
Well. Looks like there's a game store right there. With a big hand. Chris, it'll take a ladder to invest. No, we're going to do what that one Hollywood guy, that one Hollywood Experience is doing right now. They have that guy in the billboard living in it. Crazy people.
Here, I have 5 minutes, so I'm going to try something. What did we say? Somebody wanted olive yellow over the top of it and see what happens?
Olive yellow over the copper.
I think I want to keep it. I want to keep it coppery. The olive yellow and the bronze yellow on the two different colors. I'm not sure that's going to do what I want. So I think I might. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the dark green brown.
No, these people are smart.
Dark green brown.
Gus says, finally a reason to visit Phoenix. Heck yeah. Come during October. You're going to love it. Our weather is amazing in the fall.
I think you're gonna. I'm hoping that the Experience Center is a fantastic place to hang out.
I'm so excited.
We're all very excited.
It's
around
gonna
here.
Literally, I'm
fun
gonna be there
place.
constantly.
Cambot. Also, I'm home recovering from. Okay, I've been painting all the stream.
Let's
Hey,
do it on the
Cambot,
sword
hopefully
first.
you're doing okay.
Ooh.
I appreciate the stream so much.
Ooh.
Definitely, hopefully you're recovering well.
Ooh.
And we appreciate you being here, even though you're going through recovery. And if we're that for you, that's awesome.
Hopefully you're doing good. Wish you the best.
You may die in the summer. No, it's not that bad. Get over it. Throw some water on your face.
Cambot, I would love to hear what you've been binging all the streams. What's been your favorite moment
Oh gosh.
out of
What a
all that you've
question.
binged? What's your favorite moment so far?
What a question.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's really...
Oh, you were asking also earlier, Cambot, what recommendation for a war game you'd help learn the genre and basics? That's a tough one.
Wait, what's the question?
Cambot also was asking a little bit earlier, do you have any recommendations for a war game that would help to learn the genre and basics of wargaming?
Of wargaming in general?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to be honest with you. I think that games like 40K
They're so...
are very generic. You know, it's one of the reasons why I'm not a huge 40K player, because I feel like its rule set is kind of gone milquetoast.
Yeah. But it's a great game to learn the basics of wargaming.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Games like Bolt Action, if you like historic and World War II, Bolt Action is fantastic for that. But I think 40K is a great game for that. I don't think that the smaller games that GW makes are great ways to do it, because they kind of burden them with some weird rule sets.
There's
It's like
a
they make
lot-
their smaller games for more gritty gamers,
They're
more
very...
crunchy style rule gamers.
Yeah.
They don't simplify things. They actually make it more cumbersome than it needs to be, even though the number of models is small in a lot of cases.
Marvel Crisis Protocol would be a good one.
MCP is great.
Yep.
Legion, I think, might be even better. I think Legion is more indicative of how an actual like tabletop war game is played, just kind of in general. So Star Wars Legion, one of the best.
Yep. One page rules is okay. It does a really good job of like
It helps you
really
understand
getting your
rolling.
It's really simple.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a real simple, like that's something I'd probably teach like a group of
Yeah, it's very... If you don't
people
do
who-
the
who
extended
aren't-
rules and you
Yeah.
literally do the one-page pamphlet they have,
Yeah.
it's so basic.
It gives you a really good idea of how like keywords work, how
Yeah.
movement and all that. But you lack a lot of the like crazy depth that most of these games really go into with their.
Yeah, I think you need to stay away from generic games. I think you need to go into games that have their own IP and their own character units at least, because then that's really a lot about what the gaming world is how the distinguished units play differently from one another, rather than something that's trying to be an all-comers game.
Oops.
My personal belief. I think that you're better off with a system that actually has units with unit types and rules behind them and miniatures and, you know,
Yeah.
all the stuff that we love about it. You'll get more interest out of it. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but this is really rad.
Oops. There it is. There we go.
I found dark green brown as one of my favorite coverages for any of the non-white metals. So gold, now copper. I had not done it on copper, so I'm not going to act like it's my favorite thing on copper. But it is definitely proving that it is the go-to for yellow metals and non-white metals.
Cambot, I was watching the skin tutorial playlist of the Chris and Banter, top notch, Baby J, good stuff on the witch workup. Nice. Oh wow, yeah, Cambot, you're going way deep in
I was
there.
gonna say that's the
That's an old
archives right
one.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, MCP is a good one too. Sigavax. I really liked that game when I tried it, and I found it was very simple to learn right out the gate.
I think the only reason I don't say MCP for somebody who's trying to get into the genre is that its rule set is very different than the bulk of other war games you will play.
You mean it's
the
more
way
like
you build your lists, the way you activate, the way you get your power-ups is very centric to how it plays, but won't teach you how the genre works. It is a great game in the genre.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn about wargaming, play games that are basic. I go, you go, my army does a thing, your army does a thing. I put a bunch of guys on the table, you put a bunch of guys on the table, we shoot each other up and we go for objectives. Play that. That's the way the world works. All of the other games are variations of that theme at either micro or macro levels, whether it's spaceships or superheroes or whatever. But I think you're better off playing something like that. This was the right choice. Dark green brown over copper. Instant win.
Super cool.
Gave me a very, very good tarnished look instantaneously.
What a great example, too, of another way to use one step.
I mean, it took polished penny and turned it into dirty penny instantly, just painting it on. Like, I wasn't glomming it on. I'm kind of just painting it on like more like a wash. And it just did
Kyra,
the work.
I think that answers your question.
Instantaneously. This is literally a dirty penny you found on the floor and stuck in your pocket right here.
You could still do this with our current metallics, too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And it would look just as good. Yeah, the whole thing here is just exploring, not only being able to test the new metallic formulation, but also just looking at how one step does. You would want to thin them down a little bit more than I'm doing over on current metallics, just because I'm fighting off a lot more shine on these. But yeah, this is great. That's just like like an oiled penny.
Looks good.
You know, when we go in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I love the subtle tone, like the subtle color shifts that one step gives you to just like make it feel real.
Yeah,
It's so good.
and you know, we're dealing with something here that was really, really fast to put on.
Yeah.
I'm exploring, so I'm taking a little bit longer than normal to do it. But, you know, I think that all in all, this is going to look great on these guys. It still gives me the shine, but I'm being able to get an aged metal look on it, which is sometimes harder to accomplish with metallics. But that right there is just great.
Dark green brown over the copper.
Dark green brown over the copper, yeah. I like it over gold. I like it
Getting
over
handsy,
now
think
over
that
copper.
answers
It looks really, really good. It looks like that tarnished penny, right? It's got that hand oil dirt kind of feel to it. And now we can go in with rust as like a spot around the rivets and things like that, and verdigris around the rivets on the copper, and I think come up with something really, really cool. I'm doing these in a desert theme, so I'm going to do desert basing on them and such, but I think that the verdigris and the rust still have, even though in the desert you have less rust.
Is dark blue black one step a good substitute for Payne's Gray? I'm looking to paint to help speed up my Black Templars.
Yep. Yeah,
Black
we've been using it on a
Templars.
lot of the armies for black armor in various ways, whether it be airbrushing it over a base coat or glomming it on. I can show you 2 examples before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Unfortunately, I think
The elves?
Or are they over here?
No.
oh, they're over there.
Cairo, take it easy. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, having some fun.
So I did
Straight up.
on my House Callus army going for something that's a little bit more of a bluish, chromatic black armor, blue grays, and dirty. And so that's the blue-black, just glommed on with a heavy brush, and then I'm going back and highlighting over that. But then airbrushed over blacks and grays, it also gives you a really nice finish that gives you another chromatic black. It has a little bit of blue to it, but you can dictate, they're going to look very different in how they're applied. But these are two different ways of seeing black armor come around. I think this would look really great on Space Marines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with I'm doing the non-metallic bronze on it, but I think that's a great workup for those.
Cool. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of that black workup. You can look at any of the Tau VODs, all that kind of stuff. Like we've been doing so much of that, so definitely go check it out. Kat, take it easy. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Katarina, have a good one. Good to see you. Everybody, thanks so much for hanging out.
This has been great.
Watching some paint dry, watching us test some new things as we're about to release new things. Remember, tomorrow is One Step Set 2.
Yes,
and it hits the ground running. You'll be able to grab some of that amazing stuff. I'm just blown away, right? The dark green brown over the copper is just tremendous.
Yeah.
I likey. So yeah, good stuff. Now we get to start doing the finish work, but that makes the metals just like really fat. It takes longer to just paint the base coat on, and being able to use the brightest metal color and then let the one step act as a filter to darken it up, I think is a really good way to get very fast metals rather than having to layer up your metals from dark bronze to copper and such. This just kind of knocks it back another step and lets it be a lot faster and still get good shine out of them, right? Versus the skin, I still have the idea. You can see all through here.
Yep.
Versus the matte of the skin, it still gives me a really good response on there, but does feel like I want it to feel, which is that not beaten, but just well-used metal out in the world. So, everybody, thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely. Thank
Make
you
sure,
all.
Ghost Hunter, thank you for the update. Almost 7,500. Isn't that so crazy?
Yep.
We need one more Discord member. Somebody go join Discord so we can hit 7,500.
Yeah.
7,500 members over on Discord. A great community. Amazing stuff going on there every day, all day. Love it. Love to have you guys as part of the community. Thanks so much for the support. This is our 10th year of streaming. It's crazy. Yeah. Some of you have been with us for all 10 years. That's even more crazy.
Yep.
So thank you so much for your continued support and hanging out with us and our craziness and putting up with all of these paid professionals.
That's right.
We love to see you here. Make sure if you're new around here, came through on a raid or just wandered in off the streets of the internet, that you hit the follow or the sub button for us. Helps us grow, helps us keep offering this amazing free tutorial stuff that we do. We'd love to see you back. Make sure to click the link that Chris put in chat there. That's the one link that unites them all. Go to MonumentHobbies.com, click out to all of our socials, find all of our great framework for tutorials and videos back to YouTube on the site. And, of course, shop for some amazing paint and brushes to help turn your own pile of gray into something amazing. Sidious, I know, it's a shame. I hate to admit it, but it's true.
Yeah.
And I think I'm responsible for hiring them, too, so I really can't even pony this off on anybody, which sucks, but it is my burden to bear. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Make sure to stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid, so show some love in the chat we wind up in. Carry your hobby on with you through the rest of this Tuesday night, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Adios, gang.
Take it easy, everybody.